yang selalu pergi bersama mewakili Indonesia dari season 8 sampai season 10. Berdua, bersama, mengharumkan nama Indonesia, berjuang bersama-sama demi satu bangsa. Tapi kalau melihat perjuangan mereka di season 15, banyak sekali yang terjadi. Di Rrq, mereka berhasil menempati posisi pucuk hingga minggu ini. Dan akan cukup sulit untuk tim-tim lain mengejar, khususnya sekarang untuk tim Onic yang harus berjuang keras. Kalau mereka mau menuju ke pucuk, karena kita tahu sendiri, di sisi Onic mereka baru memiliki 5 match win. Jadi perjalanan mereka untuk ke atas memang sungguh berat. Tapi bukan berarti tidak mungkin karena kita melihat tim Onic, mereka belum kalah di leg yang kedua. Mereka mendapatkan win streak dan membalaskan dendam kedua tim yang pernah mereka tidak bisa menangkan di leg yang pertama. Jadi kalau melihat potensi dari Onic di leg kedua ini seperti Onic yang berbeda. Onic memiliki kuncian dan memiliki potensi yang besar untuk comeback stronger dan mencoba mengeluarkan jati diri mereka sebagai Raja Langit di leg yang kedua. Tapi kalau dari tim Rrq Vs, mereka juga bisa dibilang punya sesuatu hal yang benar-benar mereka pegang sampai sekarang. Mereka benar-benar menang terus dan mereka bahkan membalaskan dendam. Di leg kedua, match pertama mereka membalaskan dendam atas Bigetron. Dan masuk ke leg kedua dengan starting point yang sungguh kuat menjadi mental boost untuk tim Rrq pula. Terlihat betapa solidnya tim Rrq menjadi challenge untuk tim Onic. Sama-sama terlihat harus mempersiapkan sesuatu untuk Royal Derby kali ini. Dan sebelum kita melihat bagaimana dari adu mekanik, dari adu strategi, izinkan Bude mendengarkan suara nih ya. Sorak-sorai dari Kingdom. Wah, rame banget nih. Dengan semua papan-papannya, udah nanti mau tahu tulisannya apa aja. Tapi nggak mau udah bersemangat. Kita dan sorak-sorai. Semuanya lagi happy. Super fans karena sama-sama punya kemenangan di leg yang kedua. Tapi juga kita harus berbahagia karena MPL Indonesia Season 15 powered by Moonton. Supported by PBSI, presented by official turnamen smartphone Samsung Galaxy. Official e-wallet GoPay, official sponsor Head and Shoulder, official dari coffee partner Good Day. Dan kita juga punya partner ini sports, ada Telkomsel, Dunia Games dan IndiHome. Bersama dengan advertiser, Kacang Sukro dan Hokben, ditambah dengan supplier RSV Helmet. Dan kali ini semua superfans sedang berdebar-debar. Akankah Onic mengembalikan kejayaannya dengan melangkah lebih kuat di leg yang kedua? Atau malah Rrq di sini yang benar-benar ingin menekankan bahwa mereka begitu kuat, tak terkalahkan. Raja dari segala raja dan juga Raja Langit. Mereka bersiap bertempur di Land of Dawn. Inilah dia Royal Derby leg kedua.
There can only a single ruler. There can only be a single ruler in a castle. And we will see who will rule MPL Indonesia tonight here in Royal Bestie or Royal Derby. That's gonna be the story here.
Derby.
Obviously, Rrq right now, they're in a really good position. #1 MPL Indonesia, the place that's where they belong historically, right? But right now, the obstacle, obviously, you can call him Thanos. You can call him Raja Yeba or Coach Yeba,
Fine.
the ruler of Indonesia for 4 seasons in a row. What's his real name again? I'm sorry.
His name is Denver Miranda.
Denver Miranda.
Yes, sir. He pulled a Thanos for sure, though. Walked up and said, fine, I'll do it myself. And then, well, he technically also completed his collection, too.
Yes.
There you go. He's actually MPL Thanos.
And again, it's crazy to see the impact. Because a lot of people, before, me included, were still doubting. Okay, you know, he's great, but how great? He's gonna make an impact. How much of an impact? Turns out it's very, very significant. It looks like a whole different team. So today, it's definitely a bit of a measuring stick to see how much better Onic has gotten, and can they actually, you know, remind us about the old bygone era, the Sky King era.
And we will ask you guys as well, can the Sky King be a threat to the King's dominance? Edok on fire, Onic can lose, Keyboy. Things hard to predict. And it is hard to predict, to be fair. If you're going by, I don't know, man. I gotta say, even after that Onic match, I'm still doubting if it's just, like, how the hell just a guy comes in and changed the way Sans played, changed the way a single person play. It doesn't make sense. What's the formula there?
Just the draft is also the whole different day look. Reminder here from Royal Best domination, is it time now for Rrq to put the hammer down and lay it out once and for all?
My goodness, look at the record there. From Season 8 to Season 10, they're trading the #1 spots, Rrq and Onic. Meanwhile, Onic's domination, we are very familiar with this era when we beg for other teams to take the charge instead of the Sky Kings, and we got it. TLID was the defending champion this season. Now the question is it Rrq's time right now?
Well, I'm not sure, because again, Onic, like you said, the improvement has been ridiculous. It almost seems too good to be true. With Yeb coming in, having that change in every single one of their players, because again, it wasn't just the draft. Obviously the draft felt more in sync with what Onic is as a team, but yeah, Valentina, that performance from Sans back to the Gila Keyboys almost looked like
Crazy.
the last 4 weeks, the last 5 weeks didn't even happen. This is a different team already. That's why there's so many eyes on this matchup. Rrq #1 up against a 6th place Onic, but still an Onic that is feared, that has suddenly become the final boss once again.
And you can't help but restate the fact that without Yeb, this wouldn't even be a question. In this season, everyone's gonna say it's Rrq's game. But with Yeb in the picture, that's the kind of effect that Rrq themselves for sure are respecting right now. And you have to wonder if that factor, the Yeb effect, can bleed over into the mind games in the drafting phase. But before that, Chevin, we have our answers right now.
Dun, da, da, da. Keyboy on point, Onic win. Well,
Really?
I wonder if on Onic.
Maybe.
Yep, and also Kyrie.
Absolutely. It could be. You know, the English chat definitely, most of our viewers are Filipino, so maybe they do have that little bias in them. You know, they gotta go for the boys that they support. But
Understandable.
I think it's time for us to give our own predictions.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
Count it down.
I'm scared.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1. I think we have to explain ourselves, Mirko, but you don't have to because we know that you can pick that.
Right.
I almost don't want to believe the change in Onic, but at the same time, I want them to go back to the version that there was before.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for Onic, well, I agree with your prediction, but for me, I believe in it. I believe in it. I think even when they just announced Onic getting Yeb coming back to Onic, I said this will have drastic changes. Like, it won't just be the draft that improves, the players will improve, because he's not a normal head coach. It's not just the guy that drafts. He's the father figure. He leads the team. And with him back, it does seem like they're united once again.
So it's not just Raja Yeba, it's Papa Yeba?
Papa Yeba, Raja Yeba, Baba Yeba,
Baba
VP
Yeba. That was the official term we
VP
saw.
Yeba.
Ayah Yeba?
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's all the Yebas, man. But on the watch list here, Keyboy versus Edok. Seeing some of the stats right here, Chevin. I mean, what do you think? The Franco in particular is definitely something that stands out so far out from everyone else.
I don't know why, man. It just feels almost inevitable for an Rrq win when Edok's playing the Franco. And it just feels so clean. He knows when to bait some of the movements, some of the dashes away from the opposing team with that second skill, then actually using the hook at the right time. Even at times just baiting the opposing team. I believe yesterday it was, who was on the jawhead? Light? Yep, a lot of times he was baited into his demise.
And that's a crazy part. We've talked about, in that particular game, we were talking about how, against the jawhead, it's a bit difficult.
It's hard.
He's going to jump on you, and as a Franco, you can't get away from him. You can't use your spells onto him. And somehow, some way, Edok found a way, of course with the help of his teammates, to just get the better of that situation, find ways to be unpredictable still. So this guy is just really, really good, man. And him and Keyboy, I kind of don't know. It feels like Keyboy has made more significant like team-based play, but it really feels like individually the peak performance of Edok, I don't know, it at least rivals Keyboy as well, if not even higher sometimes.
I think you can confidently say that, especially this season, it's been Edok, and it's not by a small margin, Arashi. I don't know about you, but how about, what do you think, Miracle, about Edok's performance? Even if we kind of compare them to other roamers, not just in Indonesia, in Philippines or in the whole entire world, where does he rank?
Oh yeah, I think Edok definitely makes it up there, man. This guy has been phenomenal, especially when you get him on comfort picks, right? A big reason as to why Onic Philippines were able to beat Rrq in the Mobile Masters is because they just targeted down some of these big playmakers in the second phase. They kind of forced Rrq to show their weakness, right? Firstly, Sutsujin not being comfortable on the Suyos, on the Fannies as much as the Joy, and then again, taking away the playmakers from Dyron and Edok. That's the thing about Rrq, it's not just Edok, it's Dyron too. These two can still be the X factor for the team. If one fails, the other will step up.
But however it plays, either one of these two, because they like to be the ones taking case. We've seen him play reactive. We've seen him kind of adjust and try and stall out the game and play that slow game. And it really didn't seem like it fits their personalities and their strong suits anyhow, right? Against Bigatron, game number 1 looks brutal for them. It was a slow, grinding performance. Game number 2, when the things get chaotic, when there is some calculations, but there's no time to really process things slowly, we saw that Rrq were able to get the better out of Bigatron, despite having a really good start, right? Bigatron were able to actually start that game with a really good 1 or 2 kill lead, and they found a way to just turn things around unexpectedly.
And to be fair, one of the games that they lose, I think the only reason that they were losing that game is when Sutsujin unfortunately did not use the Rrq at the perfect time. If that happened, I don't think it would be Bigatron's game.
Which one?
I believe when
The game one steal,
Kimi, the Moreno steal.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a Kimi, it's a Kimi steal.
To be fair though, I think it built up to that moment, right? It wasn't just like one whole moment, it was also Sutsujin in the entire game kind of losing the confidence, getting placed on a hero like a Ling, getting soloed out of a couple of, you know, jungle fights against Annabelle that built up to him having to be in a tough spot there. Moreno obviously finding it, yes, but they also won the team fight in the end. So yeah, it goes to show like it becomes a battle of margins here, and in game 2 as well, the early lead 3-0 does show that Rrq are not in a position where they were at the start. At the start, it really looked like this team was on a level of their own. After the 3-week break, after Mobile Masters, they've came back to MPL and they've looked a bit more beatable.
But is that the case of Rrq's, you know, going down in performance, or just other teams catching up?
I think a lot of teams caught up, the patch dropped, and they're adjusting.
Speaking of adjustments, can we see some adjustments here in the lineup for Rrq? The answer is no, still with Sutsujin on the jungle. Dyron, Rince, Edok, and Toy is there to accompany him in the Land of Dawn.
See what they can do right here, man. With Sutsujin leading the charge in the jungle, has he added improvements? Has he added new heroes to his hero pool? Let's see them up on stage today.
The first half of the Royal Derby, Your Majesty, Rrq Hoshi!
Trying to reclaim their long-lost glory, their long-lost throne. They were almost there last season, just falling a game short of it. Now they are trying to recreate their dominance.
They're trying to repeat a pattern of success, try and get the same weapons they used to claim dominance over the Land of Dawn. But today they're up against a different, new Onic.
The Porcupines or the Sky Kings with Safero on the gold lane, Ludwig on the XP lane, still with Kai, Keyboy, and Sans, the trio that kept Onic alive, kept Onic dominance throughout the seasons of FPL.
The new Porcupines with Yeb back in the picture. Is he truly inevitable? or will this be a grueling contest for superiority and reign over the Land of Dawn?
The Sky Kings have woken from their deep slumber. It's Onic!
Sky might still be their domain if they claim victory against the King of Kings. Number one in the standings is not gonna be easy for these guys, but with the help of the newfound strategy or their long-lost father in Rrq Vs, can they do it?
So the return of the prodigal son is the return of the long-awaited all-father, Coach Yeb, walking onto the stage. An absolutely warm welcome from the audience as our marshal pits them together. Coach Yeb with Adi and Kescute and NMM.
Dad came back after getting the milk. Rrq Vs.
Usually, you don't see the comeback after getting promoted to such a prestigious role. I mean, from head coach to VP, most coaches just be like, all right, you know, I'm already a VP. There's no reason for me to drop down. Even though the team drops a bit, it's all good. We got to trust the process. But Yeb, he's that type of VP. He's hands-on.
And you know,
different.
his boys need him. And he is here to deliver. But this is Keyboy.
Huh?
Literally.
Yeah. The statistics here, average assist number 4, Rashi. Look at the roamer damage taken per minute. Second out of all the roamers in MPL.
And we know Keyboy is able to play some of these more aggressive damage-dealing roamers as well. So we'll see what exactly is the solution here. But looking at the player ranking, number 1 roamer damage taken per minute, it's actually 6,000. Only a little bit above Keyboy, it's Dreams actually. So, hey, Keyboy has been taking a beating, but it's always worth it for his team in ideal circumstances.
Tough task for Onic right now. And the high expectations as well. On the other side, someone that's probably the best roamer in ID currently in season 15, Edok. No matter what hero you put in him, Rashi, whether it's like the Kite, Hilda, the Engager, the Catch, and Franco, he can do it all.
He's number 2 in unique heroes as well, which is rare to see. Usually, a player that stands out so much on signature heroes like the Tigreal, like the Franco, you know, doesn't really play a lot of other things efficiently. He's number 2 in the roamer average assist, and remember, at one point he brought out the Aurora Roam, so this guy has flexibility under his belt. But today against Onic, that will be tested. Is his flexibility, flexible picks, you know, good enough to go up against Onic? Looking at their keys to victory right here, deny Edok's pick of heroes, pick off is the name of the game for Rrq, and Onic can try and fight against it, or try and play their own game, and then screen Citizen's jungler's movements, use Keyboy on those pesky, survivable, escapable heroes like the Cho to really spot out the movements of Rrq and shut everything down before Rrq can even get into position. On the other side though, for Rrq, he's the victory by the Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. Beware of playmaking potential from the mid-duo Keyboy and Sans that right now seems so in shape, so connected. And of course, Kescute, if he can win the drafting trade against Yeb, it's a tall order. But if anyone can do it right now in Indo, I think people will be looking towards Kescute.
Feels like in the coaching staff, at least the head coach, it's that battle, man. The greatest, or like the best coach in history in Indonesia, the best coach of today in Indonesia.
That's true. The best coach of all time in Indonesia versus the best coach of today. You can see by the win rates here, blue side, red side, has done amazing, but obviously that blue side is quite ridiculous for Mr. Kez of House Cute, 76%.
Okay. Second pick selection for Onic though. The stats don't reflect it, but again, it's a different Onic. And this is unfair, man. All of the previous data is out the window right now, and you can see the dynamic here between the coach and the players. Very different, very special.
And I think for both these coaches, right, Kescute obviously getting his prioritized side, his favorite side. But we got to remember, back in the prime of Onic, it's always red side for Yeb. Teams would deny that away. So, Onic seems like they're on Yeb's preferred side, but is it still his preferred side in this meta?
That's the question here. A lot of heroes currently in the meta that can be traded with each other. It's a question of like how comfortable these guys are playing those kind of heroes, as we're gonna take a look at how will they fare. Coach Yeb, right now your opponent is Cute. It's not an easy one, but this is your battle here in the draft, presented by official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. Still with the good old Vanny Ben and Luoyi. On the other side, Coach Yeb, the Chushin, and the Lucas very early in this draft.
And this is a factor we've talked about so much right now. The fact that Rrq can no longer use that Fanny against the opposition because it's been revealed. It's almost been debunked that Sutsujin, he can perform on the Fanny, but it's not the same kind of Fanny that deserves the respect of everyone, of every single team. It's already tough to make that pick work with all of these possible solutions in the meta right now, let alone when you're not special on it. So Rrq forced to ban it away even though their first pick. The chip, though, is in the picture. But again, we've seen teams go up against the chip and find ways to outmaneuver it. We'll see if that is the idea. With the Valentina, ban away, respect towards Gila Sans is the assumption.
Super interesting. Like, there has been a lot of instances where Valentina was the game changer in current meta or like current matches of ID. A boy, Rince, even Sans back then. Ooh. With the Franco from EDOC, he knows what's up.
Good respect from both coaches, that's for sure. But Rrq, I think they're really acutely aware that Valentina is an option that Onic really enjoys using. It's great in the hands of Sans, and it limits the opposition's playmaking tools. And Rrq, like you mentioned earlier, it's all about the playmaking. So Valentina not around, chip in the picture. Now for Onic, Harriet and Kalea, sorry. So they have to pick off burst damage, but they won't really have anything to deal with the big team fight threat, the pick-off threat as well. So Rrq will definitely be trying to take some of those options away from them, ban it away or pick it for themselves.
Wow. For Rrq, do they just go for the Joy now? Signature pick for Sutsujin. It's also the chip. We have seen that the chip and Joy, that combination has been deadly. Just earlier, Na'Vi almost getting a win over TLID with the exact same comp. Up against the Harith, usually would see Moscow over here, but for some reason, we've just been seeing more mid laners get picked up. Or, wow, all right, so no Joy. They decide to go Haya and Granger.
Huh. I wonder what's the idea of prioritizing the Hayabusa over the Joy. Maybe just on paper, it does well. Like, it kind of denies Joy in a sense, right? Because Hayabusa is good against Joy.
It might be also a pick just for Sutsujin as well, because we know this guy delivers on the Hayabusa. I think it's one of the better performing heroes in his arsenal in Season 15, at least, if I'm not mistaken here. So that with the Granger, we've seen that it allows for a lot of outplays. And against a team like this, like Onic, outplays is something that you generally will end up needing, even if you don't play for it, if you don't plan for it. So Hayabusa for them. But Hilda, though, gets taken up by Onic, so watch out for the zoning potential right here. That can spot out the chip and kind of limit EDOC's engage potential.
Is this going to be a Suyo and Joy ban now? I thought, again, for Rrq, the reason they might want to go for the Joy instead of the Hayabusa is because it's a deny on Suyo anyways, right? You go Joy, it's kind of almost like a win against Suyo, especially when it's like that battle due to the nerfs on Suyo, taking away the magic damage reduction now being only physical. But Onic didn't even go for the Suyo after seeing the Haya.
Fans are having fun here in Ampel Arena. Hopefully you guys can come as well.
Ultrasa Black, they're playing into it now.
No, it's the Yeb Tolong in Yeb.
Oh, that too.
That's a shot towards, I don't want to say. Oh, okay.
Yeb, help Yeb.
Really pretty
help us
bold
out,
today.
bro. All right, then. For Onic, though, having the Hilda and the Kalea, they technically have a good amount of frontline / utility already. The big question, as always with Onic, is that what exactly is going to be put in the hands of Sans? Without the signature Valentina, this season at least, you've seen him on the Sicilian, but again, that's before Yev was in the picture. I think now the Farsa is a bit more likely. We've seen him do crazy things, solo kills, outplays. forward dives with a backline mage there. But no, Ling actually ended by Rrq, so they're concerned about the macro more than anything. Since the Harriet's already shown, there won't be any Moskov, so the Ling is the next best thing.
Yeah.
Bars.
I was thinking about it. I didn't want to say it because it just seems unlikely. We haven't seen it from Kyrie, but yeah, the Ling up against Haya, you can tap as a Blades it. Against Granger, it's pretty solid because you can continue to chase, especially after the nerfs on the dashes. So that mobility of Ling, very, very useful. But still, for Onic, I guess the Joy is the safest choice.
Oh, no physical at all, though.
Exactly, that's the thing.
That's probably why they banned the Ling instead of the Joy.
But this is the thing about Joy and Harith. Even if you go full magic, it's
Early
still
game
okay
is still-
because you penetrate through any magic defense. You can go Oracle, Athena, and Radiant as long as the Harith and the Joy both get Divine Glaive in the end. Say okay.
Yep. Definitely a ton of damage here. Especially if the fights do revolve around burst damage. Harriet and Farsa, it's not a long-range combo, but it's a lot of damage instantly. So whatever Rrq wants to put in the hands of Dyron to receive all that damage, you gotta plan carefully for it. The glue is available, but if they go for that, that means, again, there's going to be a limited amount of engaged potential. So that kind of leads me to believe that they might put something a bit more dynamic in the hands of Dyron.
What's dynamic here, though?
Madang?
Gato Tacha?
I'm thinking
might be an
Madang.
option.
Whoa!
That's pretty dynamic.
Wait a minute.
If I say so myself.
Wait a minute!
This is going to be a Selena mid for Rinse, which is a debut
The Kai
pick.
special!
Oh my god!
The Kai
Okay,
special!
this is
baby.
just...
Oh my lord, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Yep giving the green light towards Kai?
Hey, when Yeb is in the lineup, just believe, yo. Remember the keys to victory yesterday. Trust in Yeb, we trust, okay?
Well,
Kai, last time he played this, well, every time he's played this, it's always been the god in the jungle. It's never been just Kyrie.
and Onic right now, they're trying to rely on that Kyrie magic. Lineup rating for Onic is miserable here. Well, let's see though, if it's gonna be the case in the Land of Dawn. Because who knows? Is it gonna be a Royal Bestie or Royal Derby again? Onic trying to climb back from the depths of hell. The opponent, the King of Kings. Here we go. It is Sonic versus Rrq.
Will the god in the jungle show up here today? Kyrie on a Lancelot. Killing spree.
Will he indeed show up, bring back the old era of the Sky Kings, or will La Mercenaria actually get the better of him? It's gonna be such action in the jungle right here. And you have to wait and see, especially in the EXP lane as well, by the way. The lane that sometimes bleeds over into the jungle. The Esmeralda is definitely an interesting pick. Look at the damage though, Sans already taking a lot of heat. Rains on the Selena, I don't think we've seen it too often. See if they can do something good with it.
In fact, we haven't seen it at all this season, Arashi. First pick for Rinse this season, so let's see though. If they are already, kind of used to play this hero.
Good trade though for Onic this time around. E-Boy gonna be taking low. This will trap on him too, but Rins will just clear the wave.
Good back and forth here. Inspired for both Dyron and Rins. Again, having the spam ability is important for both these heroes. I wonder how they're gonna play around with E-Doc here, because again, the situation with the chip is that you can't really go for a solo engage that reliably. But now with the Abyssal Arrow, maybe there's more options that Rrq can explore. In the early game, there's definitely pressure coming through from that mid lane. Onic seems to be dealing with it just fine.
E-Doc, crash course, Luke able to run away. Skill 1 gets away. So far, I mean, in this matchup, is it Esmeralda? Is it just a non-lane?
I think it's mostly gonna be a non-lane. They prefer to stay healthy, especially before the turtle fight even begins. But in the early game, I think it's gonna skew towards Lupi a bit more just because of the raw damage in the early game that Hilda has. But the longer the game goes, I don't think it's gonna affect the Esmeralda that much when the items are stacking up. Right now, this is Kyrie's ground. Remember, Lancelot used to be the king of the retribution, like objectives.
Especially at MSC, that was the hybrid Lancelot. Tyron taking a bit of damage, Kyrie already with the purple buff. Enoch in the back line, going in. That's going to be Rrq who claims it despite two junglers walking up. Kyrie not able to pop into Retribution, but the airstrike coming down as well. Keyboy taken out by Sutsujin. First blood. Rrq running away. Rrq trying to go for the chase. Now Rrq continuing into the enemy jungle. Orange buff control has the shortcut to Rrq. In the bush, looking for the kill. Enoch wants to go for the crash course, bounce and execution, and Enoch gets away.
Some intelligent denies on the turtle fight earlier. Both junglers were not able to execute their retries, and it ended up being Rrq taking it for himself. 1K already for the King of Kings.
That's the Hayabusa with the invulnerability of the shadow kill and the hot shadow. Enoch though.
Shortcut over to the top lane. Good night, Rrq. Rrq on the board.
Sometimes when you see Chip using that ultimate, it feels like it's an unfair hero to put on in Mobile Legends. So we're gonna take a look at the talent prediction by Gopay.
It's equal.
Oh my. Interesting.
This
All
blind
right.
faith too, yeah, bro.
Let's see, man. Let's see. All right. In the early game, though, Rrq is doing a great job already. And in fact, Enoch, important thing to note there, for how he engaged wasn't straight up with the shortcut. He went for the shortcut first and then the crash course afterwards.
Oh, no.
Look at this.
Thorn Rose used earlier for the airstrike coming down. Enoch will be taken down. Sans picks up the kill in the back line. Rrq able to get the kill back. That's an missile arrow that lands. Kyrie with a puncture. Phantom execution to escape. Able to get the Thorn Rose to dodge away from the falling star move. Keyboy with a slam and a missile arrow landing. Get Toy with Rrq. And it's Toy who claims the kill 4-1. Rrq.
Unfortunately, Savero was not there to back up his teammates. Toy, good read, good backup follow-up in the mid lane there.
Definitely a well-timed rotation there. It was a move initiated by Onic, but Rrq, because they do have really good early game tools right here, so many outplay options, they're able to get the better out of Onic, and now they're trying to control as Rrq tries to get ground, but the turtle just gets deleted.
2 out of 2 for Rrq. This is the start that they're looking for. So they're gonna try to scale up next in the mid game here. This is where it gets a bit more dangerous for Enoch.
Exactly. He's looking for a lot of these options, a lot of these moments. I think the main pick-off player here is going to be Rrq, though, more than anything. So if Onic really wants to stop Rrq from making too many moves, they could have started in the mid lane. If the lane keeps getting shoved in, right? I mean, yeah, with the shortcut, Rrq can appear and still land the Abyssal Arrow, but then at least it's a bit more one-dimensional. The timing, at least, will be.
Shortcut up top. Kai gonna be caught. No Phantom. Execution for him. Rrq on a killing spree.
You think that Lancelot was a good pick against some kind of heroes like a Chip, but if the numbers are enough to gang him up in the early game, then why not?
Why not, indeed? At 2K gold lead right now. So far, though, Rrq haven't been able to take any turrets down. That might change soon. There's an arrow lands.
Oh, no.
Oh, still Savero saving the Purify. Pops into bot force, and it punished. It got punished. Keyboy with flicker out. Oh, man, you hate to see it. Purify saved all the way to his death.
It's not just one mistake of saving the Purifier. The fact that the arrow landed in the first place, that was a straight line arrow by Rrq. He should have banned the map towards the turret at a time.
Savero might be looking towards the collision area, trying to see if he can do something there. Unfortunately, that allows Rrq to land the Abyssal Arrow, and he's been pretty aggressively moving forward here, taking advantage of the two forms in the early game. Right now, item-wise, Enchanted Talisman for both Rrq and Tyron means that there's going to be even more spells thrown out towards Onic. And their front line is itemizing for physical to try and curb the damage coming through from Toy and Sutsujin.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's gonna skew towards Tyron the longer the game goes.
Look at Enoch.
And this is a concern too, Rashi. Like, who's gonna burst through Tyron when he's having his way in the back line? Savero, this is gonna feed Tyron with more shield. Sans, it's not really the right target either.
Enoch in the flanks again. Sans, can he react? No, he cannot immobilize. Only a defensive Phantom execution. Rrq taken low. An Abyssal Arrow into the back. Sutsujin claiming a kill. And now with the Quad Shadow back again. A Tsunami Slam. You get Sutsujin, but Arrow lands one more time. Savero trying to survive, but he gets gunned down by Toy. And only Kai is left alive.
When you're the King of Kings Everything is your domain. Every place, even the skies, is theirs right now.
Even the mid turret was denied away from Kyrie.
Oh.
Man, Rrq. Perfect execution there, targeting Sans, the elusive Sans. In the back, look at Edok though, springing up a trap for Kyrie.
He finds it, short
No way.
Scores
No way.
Able to escape. Sunsujin, the quad channel landed. Back to execution used. Sunsujin. He could have gone for it, but Keyboy is standing right there to threaten to stop that from happening.
And the turtle is just left alone, man. Rrq's priority is not the new objective 50-50. They want to make sure that they shut down Onic. All the main carries are being targeted systematically, one by one. And now it's back to a reset. Rrq has to be careful here. Again, only itemizing mainly for physical defense. Keyboy tries to find something, but now he's stuck in the front.
Edok with the crash course. Tsunami Slam coming down as well, but Edok's able to flicker out of it. Abyssal Arrow lands. Rrq! Gunned down by Toy!
My goodness, the space that
Oh, no.
Tyron is creating, even Edok as well, Kyrie.
Red tree, wrong thorn rolls. That's a puncture and a passive execution.
My lord.
Kyrie can run, but Rrq will just use this to take the Lord for free.
For all the XP laners out there, this is their dream. Just playing without any plan in mind, just trying to scout as deep as possible in the enemy jungle. Tyron is pretty much unkillable at this point. I don't think he used to Purify once in this game.
Nope. Severo in the bottom lane. Yeah, has to use the Summon Force. All the offensive, you know, the damage abilities at this point are being used to escape for Onic.
It's just the amount of damage right now that Rrq can output, and on top of that, the amount of crowd control. Again, some of these plays are looking decent, but then the moment an Abyssal Arrow lands, the moment Dyron comes in with the Falling Star Moon, everything just changes immediately, and Onic are forced to react or pay the price. And it's a price they can't afford right now. Even the purple buff, Kyrie zoned out from it completely.
Tyron would happily take the Tsunami Slam from Keyboy. In fact, that's probably what he's trying to do, and obviously Keyboy is not gonna fight for that. The mid lane might be getting siege here. Wanna play it safe, it turns out. Might be going in, didn't land the Hot Shadow.
Look at this poke.
Rinse.
Constant arrows, Dyron is doing whatever he wants.
And there's no urgency from Rrq to push out the lane with the Lord, by the way. It's kind of timed. It's kind of collide actually at about the same time, so that might be a coincidence, but might be planned as well. Rrq are going to be pushing the mid side and top side together. These arrows are just chunking down on it before the fight even begins.
Whether it's arrows or hooks, Rrq always excels. Stop it, man. This is getting annoying.
Another 3 in a row for Rins. Severo has literally just been a magnet to these.
Oh, okay.
Okay, at least it's not 4 in a row. I
right.
guess Rins has just been saving this pick all this time. This is his debut on a Selena.
What better time to bring it out? You bring in a new coach, you bring in the new picks that we've been hiding. Esmeralda and Selena there, hidden completely until the second phase. That was definitely surprising. Oh, almost another
Just out
one.
of range.
That is not okay, bro. That shouldn't be allowed. 8K gold lead. Base tire's still up for Onic, but scaling-wise, they can still get the fights done, but they have to go for a full-on committed fight. Whereas Rrq are content just picking off, you know, throwing out spells towards Onic like this, and no problem. There's still even a macro threat to think about because the chip is still very much in the game.
70-30 on the audience prediction presented by Gope, and for a good reason. Right now it's a bit, just a bit, you know, lopsided. 8K gold lead for Rrq. Keyboy is trying to be creative with this approach here with the Tsunami Slam, but even if he's there, like, there's not going to be any follow-up at all.
And at this point, Lrq.
Oh, he read that.
He did. Edok didn't want to pop the shortcut. There's no reason to. They have a slow push down below. They can play the long game.
Ritz was more concerned about aiming the arrow towards Keyboy there, not towards Rrq, because they can just slowly but surely beat Rrq down as long as the backline members don't feel safe to walk up to trade the damage back. Concealed by Onic though, can they find something?
Nope.
Toy cutting away. Kyrie in the mid lane. Keyboy looking for the play. Won't be able to find it. Diamond again. Falling Star Moon over to Rrq, just poking him down as now they control the neutral objective. All of it. Rrq, half HP already. Just chunked by Tyron. Toy with a Death Sonata landing. Onic are struggling to find an entrance. Dyron still zoning it out the crash course. Lumpy taken down by Toy, who gets a double. Rin's unable to find the abyssal arrow, but Rrq have found enough. Another free lord.
What do you do? What is the answer? I was gonna say it's gonna take some Kyrie magic. Lord stolen to turn this thing around, but Rrq didn't even let Kai go near their vicinity.
The issue right now is how one-dimensional the engage is for Onic. The fact that it's only Keyboy that can really be a real threat towards Dyron, and even then he has to purify. So he can just stand there, start damaging Keyboy and Lutpi, and they can't do anything about it. And the Esmeralda is so sustainable. It's a shield-based Uranus, basically. So Onic can't even trade back the poke. And now with the Lord, Rrq wants to play Conceal.
Edok threatening again, getting the space, falling Star Moon to help and escort the Lord into the base. Amon Force already used. Up top, Thorn Rose in the mid lane together with Sans to clear it out. Abyssal Arrow does not land, but there's another mini wave coming down in the mid lane as Edok will try to use this crash course, and Abyssal Arrow lands on some arrow, forcing the Purify out. Big info. Look, Picard with the dive, finding another Sub-Arrow assassinated, a double kill for the Mercenary, and now with the Quad Shadow, a desperate Tsunami Slam into the back. Kyrie will be Sujit's triple. The Sky Kings will have to bend the knee in game one.
First half, it's Rrq's, and it's not even remotely close. This is not what we expected. We expected a bloodbath, not a slaughterhouse by the King of Kings.
There was literally no route left unchecked. Every single thing that could be done by Onic, the scouting, the engage, the burst damage, everything was denied completely. In the final moments, we thought Onic will try something at all, and before it even started, Rrq deleted the backline. Where was Gila Sans? They made him sane.
They did. Sub-Arrow as well, having a pretty bad game, but that's not his fault. It's more on Rrq. The Lancelot pick was not able to do much here, and man, that Esmeralda. God damn it, Kescue.
Yeah, that's genius, man.
Savant, man.
Like, actually, we criticized Esmeralda pick with Alter Ego and Nino.
That one felt forced, this one.
This is just the last puzzle piece in that composition, and it fit perfectly. Man, I thought Onic was back.
Maybe they are back, it's just Rrq's just better.
It's your time, bro. It's your time.
I mean, that has to be the answer for now. Again, there wasn't a lot of windows there where Onic, could have made a play. Before that even happened, how are you supposed to turn around an Abyssal Arrow and half your HP gone? How are you supposed to fight back from that position? And when you say, okay, then don't get into that position, when they're waiting for the Abyssal Arrow, they have to engage to force Rins to back away, Then Dyron comes up like, you want some? Like, what's up?
I think they gotta... Letting the chip go is...
And the chip.
Is a no-no, man, because yes, like, I mean, Selena was
That was
able
the
to control.
whole early game, right?
The early game was really all about Edok.
Man, oh man. You know how bad was it? If I slot to Dyron's position in the
Beautifully done. When he gets his hands on the Haya and Joy, this guy is ridiculous. La Mercenaria, cold-blooded.
On the Hayabusa, he definitely seems to be on a different level. Like, he just sees things all across that we might really not see in first glance.
Hey, by the way, 13k gold lead. 12 point something. It's not the whole 13, but 15 kills difference. That is just... I don't know, man. It looks a bit, just a bit, as I said earlier, a bit lopsided. As we're gonna take a look at the items here for these guys. Even Rins actually was going for a Sky Piercer because how dominating he was. Just forget about utility, I just want to kill.
At that point, why not? Right? There's so many ways for them to secure the kills from far away with the Sky Piercers here. It can just lead to Onic respecting that damage potential even more, and they can't do much. And again, we talked about the limited amount of physical damage that Onic has at their disposal. And if you look at how Rrq are playing, they completely shut down Ludpi, right? Because of the lane against Esmeralda. And then they put all of their attention onto Kyrie on the land slot with the shortcut plays in the early game. And from there, if you look at Diamond's items, he had a Dreadnought armor, and then he starts going full-on magic resistance. They can just stack on all the magic resistance, and just like that, Savero and Sans just aren't as big of a threat any longer. And as a result, Kyrie has no intel, has no front line to really bounce off with. And, you know, he can be a god in the jungle, but a god in the jungle alone just isn't going to be able to win games.
Even the Gila-san is neutralized. You usually see Selena, even though they're winning the game, they always kind of like fall short in gold compared to the other mid laner. But he was leading 1.3k gold lead.
Game one was
a Farsa.
The game one was an Rrq asylum.
Oh,
They literally just, you know,
look at the objectives.
they cured Gila. They cured the Gila. He's no longer Gila. In this game, at least. None of them were Gila.
But it's just Sans.
It's just Sans, Keyboy, Kyrie, Ludpi, and Savero. There was no Gila here.
I didn't even notice, by the way,
Damage
not a single turret was given.
No, it was a perfect game.
Oh, man.
Hey,
I mean, I just want to throw this question out there. How good are Bigatron?
let's not go there. But yeah,
No.
I'm not even gonna address it. You know,
With
this is not
I'm,
the time.
I'm happy, actually. you know.
Yeah. Believe it or not, he was leading the team in both damage taken. 0 death.
Just the
This is as perfect as it gets.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
It's the perfect meta where Esmeralda were in the picture.
Oh, that's my time.
With a showing like that, you can bet some coaches are looking at it going, how can this work in our own composition? Oh boy, it's gonna be a rough time.
Don't try it.
Hey,
Don't
no,
try
no. I think it's pretty viable right now.
Yeah.
Depends.
Depends.
If it's Harith, that's already a big
Someone
buff.
did pick Esme against a Harith.
Well, that's
Yeah. See?
you know what? You're right. I stand corrected.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can reserve
Not all
judgment.
of y'all can play it. Just because you see a team do it, okay? Special message. I think
Public service
I'm
announcement.
representing Codelwin when I say this.
Really.
I'll be
Doesn't
awesome
name drop the man like that.
Hey, shout out
Gotta be
Codelwin. You streams have been funny. Very
Oh.
funny.
Okay. Shout out Golden.
Quality
And
content.
very entertained.
How compared to other streamers out there? Let's do a streamer tier list right now.
What? Streamer tier list. All right.
Why?
Number one
So-
for me is Masade.
Okay.
You?
I don't know. I think my favorite streamer is Alyssa.
She's not a streamer.
Alyssa?
She's streaming live here in MPLID. This is her
Ah.
stream. But not yet though. We're gonna wait
Oh
for
yeah?
that.
Oh, I
Later.
thought we were gonna
If
hop
she's
over
streaming, she's
immediately.
live right now.
Yeah.
That means she's not live right now.
After this, she's gonna stream for us.
Okay.
That's kind of how it works.
Live from the venue, you're saying?
Yep.
Get ready with me in the venue or what?
What do you mean get ready with?
You
mean
know,
get
that's
ready
a
with-
trend, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that trend. Is it like a TikTok trend?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. It's like you know, oh, what you do in the morning, how you get started.
You did
all
it.
that.
Remember? You're.
Oh, is
on-
it?
Wait, yeah, you did it!
Oh, it's the Ashton Hall thing?
Take us to
Yeah.
Alyssa.
Well, Alyssa, we cannot wait for your stream.
Thank you, caster FPL Arena, mana suaranya? Dan itulah tadi kita bisa melihat di match kedua hari ini antara Rrq melawan Onic. Dan 1 poin sudah didapatkan oleh Rrq. Namun kita akan melihat apakah di match Royal Derby ini akan menjadi match yang panas. Karena poin berapapun bisa didapatkan oleh tim manapun. Namun sebelum game semakin memanas, Alyssa pengen melakukan kegiatan yang dingin-dingin dulu karena Alyssa bakal bagi-bagi hadiah. Yaitu jaket kolaborasi khusus dari Kopi Good Day dan juga Rrq. Yeay! Dan boleh dong mungkin teman-teman superfans yang udah ada di MPL Arena ada nggak sih yang mau main sama Alyssa? Langsung aja. Oke, silakan. Nah, ini Kingdom kesayangan kita ya. Boleh ada lagi? Oke, boleh bergabung bersama Alyssa. Silakan. Boleh silakan ke sebelah kanan Alyssa. Nah, oke, cakep. Boleh langsung kenalan dulu nih namanya siapa masing-masing. Silakan. Ladies first, let's go.
Aku Ines
Ines, dari
Ya.
mana Ines?
dari Bogor.
Dari Bogor. Wow, jauh banget. Silakan sebelahnya.
Nama aku Putri dari Bogor juga.
Dari Bogor juga. Oke, selanjutnya.
Halo, nama aku Ana, aku dari Jakarta.
Dari Jakarta ke Ana ada lagi?
Nama aku Desi,
Desi, dari mana?
Jakarta.
Jakarta juga. Dan mas penulis yang sudah muncul
Aski,
terus nih,
tadi
Aski. Dari
Bogor.
Bogor juga. Nah, aku mau bagi-bagi hadiah nih dari Good Day. Tapi sebelumnya aku mau cek dulu kalau udah pada follow Instagramnya Ready to Good Day belum sih?
Udah dong.
Boleh kasih lihat nggak sih kalau udah follow? Kita cek-cek dulu ya. Kalau belum follow nggak boleh sih ikutan sih. Boleh dikasih lihat. Oke, sudah follow ya Ready to Good Day. Boleh kasih lihat ke kamera, sudah follow buktinya? Yes, sudah follow ya semuanya. Ayo.
Bentar ya,
5,
sabar.
4, 3. Gak apa-apa, kita tunggu. Tahan, boleh. Oke, sudah follow semua ya? Oke,
Iya.
yes, oke. Semuanya sudah follow Ready to Good Day, berarti sudah tahu nih kira-kira pertanyaannya apa. Karena gak jauh-jauh dari Instagram FVP Good Day, tapi rebutan. Jadi aku bakal hitung dulu sampai 3. Kalau belum sampai 3, gak boleh ada yang angkat tangan dulu, oke? Semuanya siap?
Siap.
Oke. Sebutkan 5 varian dari kopi Good Day dalam belum.
Oh, kaget.
Sabar. Dalam 1, 2, 5 belum. Sabar dulu, konsentrasi. Dalam 5, 4, 1, 3. Nah, siapa dulu nih? Ya, Oke, Aski dulu, silakan.
Yang pertama itu ada Groovy Cookies, terus Fantastis Mochaccino, Originale Cappuccino. Oh ini, Cappuccino, terus Avocado Delight, satu lagi ada Tiramisu Bliss.
Oke, apakah sudah semuanya terjawab? Sudah 5-5-nya? Betul, valid? Betul. Kalau salah, apa yang salah? Oh, tapi jawabannya Aski sudah betul. Yeay! Selamat. Kamu mendapatkan sebuah kolaborasi jaket Good Day X Rrq. Boleh dong dibuka, dikasih lihat ke penonton semua biar para super fans pada ngiri dan pengen datang ya ke MPL Arena. Langsung di. Boleh langsung dipakai kali ya di try on. Oke. Wow, boleh dong dikasih lihat ke kamera. Belakangnya boleh, belakangnya. Wow, boleh dong kasih tepuk tangan untuk Good Day. Yes, congratulations sekali lagi dan thank you so much teman-teman semua udah mau bermain ya. Pastikan teman-teman semua juga kalau mau ada keseruan dan mengikuti kegiatan-kegiatan seru di MPL Arena, langsung aja bisa datang ke MPL Arena dan kita akan melihat apakah di game kedua ini Rrq akan tetap tampil prima atau poin akan didapatkan oleh Onic. Dan langsung saja kita akan lemparkan kembali ke para caster. Silakan caster, take it over.
Yesterday we are so back for Onic. This
We're so
time it's so over. Well, it's not over just yet. It's only game
It's
number
one game, relax, dude.
I'm just
I'm the
trying to-
Rrq supporter.
I'm just
Even
trying to
I'm like,
hype it up,
okay,
hype it
hang
up.
on a second.
Come on, bro.
To be fair, yesterday BTR did win game 1, so it's not over yet.
Can we
it's not
just
over.
stop?
Yes.
Can we
yes.
just stop with the BTR thing?
What do you mean? It's a reverse sweep
This
yesterday.
is Rrq versus Onic, alright?
Exactly. That's why you
It's
can't.
not the
Oh, but
time.
it's
You
a
can't
relevant,
judge based
it's a
on one
relevant
game.
conversation.
Is it though?
Jeffin, we're talking about
That's what
game
it
1
is.
win.
I
Game
think
1 win, reverse.
You gotta
sweep.
realize the intention here, you know?
I do.
There's no
But,
intention.
you
It's
know-
just how good are BTR. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but RQ ain't losing anything with him saying that, so I don't mind it.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh,
Respect. Exactly.
RESTECP. Respect.
RESTECP?
Spelling was hard.
Respect? Okay.
But Arashi,
You're not familiar with respect?
maybe you just need a little bit of coffee.
Maybe I do.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
Drink.
I say it's a tradition for me to chuck it out, but no,
Chug.
actually.
Chug.
I'm gonna bring it home.
No.
No.
No. Jeffin.
Oh,
Zipper,
no,
you're gonna make me drink
Zipper's
alone?
telling me that
Really?
you need to drink
You're
it.
gonna make me drink alone? Come
Really?
on.
The thing is, when you're drinking it, it's just like a light sip, you know?
Yeah, but you're taller than I am, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
there's different volumes at play here.
I want to just enjoy
Zipper's
it home.
telling me to drink.
Okay,
I mean, tell you to drink.
I'm gonna bring this one home. Okay?
Sure, sure.
All right.
You can bring this one home if you chug that one.
I'm dead serious, by the way.
All right. If you guys want to have a good day, a good day, go ahead and chug your good day right now, just like Chefin. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Dude, I don't know how you do it. You
I'm
chug it so
grooving.
fast.
I'm grooving.
You're grooving.
Yep.
Your mic needs to get closer. You're grooving.
okay.
Groovy cookie.
Yeah.
Watch the burp. How you have a good day.
Oh, okay.
Can
I
you
wa-
finish?
I almost
All right.
puked.
You can chug. hey.
Oh.
Take your time next time when you chug. Listen, Chefin. You can chug a whole bottle a good day, but
Uh-huh.
can you chug or consume a whole pack of sucrose?
I can.
Right, like that?
Oh,
That
close,
fast?
but not that fast.
Close.
I don't think so.
Close? You can get close to that? How
can get
close is close?
I don't chew that
Well,
well.
I'm okay, producer.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So
I'm
not
okay,
close,
sir.
Arashi.
Yeah. But
No,
can you?
I don't chew it too much, so it's pretty close.
Can you not
Just
chew
swallow it?
Just swallow it. Just raw
Like a
dog it.
pill?
It's that good. It can be done.
No, but I
I'm not
think
saying it
it's-
should be done, but
No,
I'm
listen,
saying
listen,
it can be done.
I think the flavor is
Oh.
in when you chew it, no? Like, that's the...
You can.
That's
you can s-
objective.
Wow. Interesting. That is a talent, actually. I didn't realize that you could do that.
You're
Your
a
throat
talent.
game is crazy.
Yeah,
Your talent.
And now-
definitely a great party trick.
Oh, you do it at parties? You do parties?
Yeah,
do
show
birthdays?
show it off with the sucrose in the parties. Yeah.
How much for a birthday?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
You can take your talents to birthdays. Or like, you know, parties.
Birthdays.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Chevin. That's an interesting. It's not something you would plan out and organize, you know? It's just like a quick party trick. I'm not sure if someone would actually book me to just down a whole bag of sucro in 2 seconds.
By the way,
Yes.
Onic have decided to stay on red.
Doubling down.
Dublin? No. They're in Jakarta.
No,
Uh-huh.
Arashi,
not Scotland.
is Chip? No, we're
Yes.
Jakarta. Is Chip going to be banned?
Oh, Ireland, not Scotland. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Chip gonna be banned? I think so. I feel like it's just.
What if they don't?
Oof.
Do you think it's GG with the chip?
I don't think
Because
it's
it's heat up
GG.
chip, right?
Yeah, I still don't think it's GG by all means, but it's the other aspects. Because I feel like in that game, even if they had the chip, if they did not have the Esmeralda, let's say, then the zoning wouldn't be as difficult. Hilda and the Kalea can actually find something, right? Can actually move in and threaten the members of Rrq. If they didn't have the Selena, okay, they can zone however they want, but they can't really get that decisive pickoff and the harassment from far away with the Abyssal Arrow. So I feel like the components there, those components are even more important than the chip, I would say, right? Because, I mean, neutral objective, you saw what happened there. Onic were forced to give up 2 kills, and it wasn't even a contest. They got taken out trying to get vision of the Lord, all right? They don't get that kind of impact using a chip. Now, they got that far in gold and EXP because of the chip, so it all comes in together, but I don't think the chip is the end-all pick for Rrq.
Right. We're looking at the answer here. In the drafting phase. Second game. Second try for Rrq.
Let's go.
Or Onic to
There you
break
go.
through the fort of the castles of Rrq. Now, set it by official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. A chip has been eaten by Coach Yap.
Where there is light,
Chloe
there
gonna be
are
banned out as
also
well. Really
shadows.
shutting down Gila Sans. Onic, Juicin, Chip.
Tail's been itching for a real fight.
Oh,
Lucas
interesting.
left open, but it's not gonna be first pick.
It shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
In theory, I think it could be the Joy or Hayabusa
Yeah.
once again.
Joy. Yeah, first pick, huh? They did go Haya over Joy last time, but Harith is still also up for grabs.
Should still be a Joy though. If we're looking at the track record, I believe Sotsujin Moshiro is Suyo, but in this case you want to pick Joy over Suyo every time.
Right. And I feel like the jungle
There
pick
you
is something that is a bit more flexible. By all means, you can still build to a dive or a front to back if you have a Joy in your composition. But once you pick up the Harith, it's very telegraphed what you're intending to do when the laning phase is over. So I feel like that's why the junglers get shown first here. For Onic though, no issue about it. Immediately showing off the Harith. What else though? Do they want to go with the Phobius?
Tranquility and
Oh, they go for the Badang.
Oh, okay. Bit of flex there, and gotta say, in terms of like just full on trying to kill the Esmeralda, I think stunts would work better than just pure damage from a Hilda. But the question is, like with the Harith being showed out here, Rashi, is Esmeralda an option in the first phase? I'm talking exclusively first phase.
Exclusively first phase, I feel like it's fine to show, but it's not ideal to show it so early because again, you lose out on all the flex potential. It's much better to go for something that can go in both the roaming position, the roaming position and the EXP lane, and then make Onic guess whether that Esmeralda is gonna come through. Because it's still a great pick against the Harith, like you mentioned, taking away the shielding. But at the same time, right? At the same time that Esmeralda, it's more than just that. It's also the movement speed to roam across the map, right? The built-in movement speed boost, the wave clear as well. So Gatot gets shown first, but the Hayabusa gets taken.
Yep. Comfort pick for Kairi, and I think they learned their lesson from not picking the jungle up in the first phase. Go for the Hayabusa now. They need a good matchup for Kairi to still, perform. The Lancelot, I think it was also because they had a chip, but yeah, it did not work out in game number 1. Now, let's see.
All right. Looking at the bans first, though, engage is something that Rrq really lacks right now, the catch potential. By all means, the Selena can come through again, but it's really not as... I mean, Onic will be more prepared for that possibility now, right? They ban the Hilda themselves. It's known to be an annoying pick against the Hayabusa. It should have been earlier, by the way, for Rrq as well, except that the Esmeralda got in the way. So, Onic not planning on Esmeralda, I think. Bans the Hilda still. Novaria, though, banned by Rrq. So, they want to have dominance in the long-range department. Is that a sign that the Selena might show again?
Might be, and Suns is not really known for the Selena. I believe only one pick this season, and it's 0%. Outer Kochiab, is he gonna ban the Phoveus as usual if you wanna face Tyron and you have an assassin as well? Kind of deters the potential of this squishy heroes.
Wonder if the Hylas might show up. The Hylas Gatot combo. Both aren't really the best engagers, but then together they can kind of make up for each other's weaknesses. The Selena, though, again, there's so many hints, so much foreshadowing that a potential Selena might come through. Onic immediately respected.
All right. Now, what are we going to see for Rrq, the ban? Last time it was the Farsight that came out for Onic. It was a deny, really, away from Rrq, because Rrq with the Farsight Ranger up against the Harith would be a bit too much for him to handle, the Harith. What do Rrq ban? Do they take away... yeah, I mean, if they do want to go Hylo Sarashi, do they just ban out... I was going to say CC, but they're going to ban out the Cho, taking away a Keyboy pick, thinking that this Badang is going to go to Lupi.
Yeah, I think Lupi is more well known for the Badang, for sure. Onic now, they learned a lesson from game number 1, when they only have one real threatening tool. Now with Lupi on the Badang, if they can get a playmaking hero for Keyboy, now there's layers here that they can kind of use to confuse Rrq, make them react, have some feints in there. Something that ideally can survive long as well. I mean, the Cho would have been ideal. What would be a second close option? The Jawhead comes to mind by all means, but it really isn't as safe as the Cho is, right? It's not as mobile at all.
Still with a comfort towards Suns. It was neutralized in the first game, but right now the Hayabusa is erased from the opposing side, now playing for Kairi. So, less immediate threat for Suns himself. Wow, my lord.
Hey, a signature Rins pick, Kadira. Khalid for Dyron. That's also a signature back in the day when he was part of Rebellion.
Hey, wait,
Yes,
is it gonna
sir.
be surely a Khalid EXP?
I think it has to be an E. Oh, hang on a second.
No, it's not confirmed because the Khalid
Yes.
doesn't do too well against Badang, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The early game will be good against Farsight in Rome. That's going to be the Hylos on the other side. I believe it'll be on Edok.
Yeah.
Oh, but what season is it though? The double combo, the Gatot, Khalid, and the Kadira.
Just
It's
last
like a
season.
throwback to last season, yeah. And this is the Kadira with buffs, I believe. It never made it back into the meta, but it's stronger. The animations come out faster.
Yeah.
The knockup is a lot more difficult to react to now.
Man.
And Rins performed well on this in M6 as well, if I'm mistaken.
Yep,
Picking up
and
Kadira against Sans.
Gila.
insane. And I don't think he's gonna use the Petrify. Will he?
Petri.
It's still gonna be a Petrify.
Petrify.
I thought it was gonna go a bit more flexible with the flicker. He used to do it, I believe. Well, let's see though. This is certainly has been a very entertaining drafting phase for both of these games. Let us wish for a more entertaining game in the second game. Onic needs this W. Rrq needs to close it out. Once again, Royal Derby in MPLIT.
Oh boy. It could be a clean sweep for Rrq to show everyone that Onic might be back, but they're not back to our level just about yet. Looking at the situation right here, there's definitely going to be a lot of action from the roamers, man. The Khalid, we've seen how early game becomes such a prio here, and Edok on the Khalid will definitely be looking for a lot more ways to be pesky. But look at Onic already gearing up, prepared for the aggressive possibilities.
This is kind of the problem with Kadira. Once you miss, it's hard for you to kind of recover, as we're going to take a look at the Emblem by IndyHome by Telkomsel or Rashi. Maybe the pull yourself together is the interesting one.
Yeah, more petrifies for wins. If aggression is the name of the game right here, that could really work out well for them. Rupture Wilderness Blessing for Sans on the Farsa, trying to match the roam potential as well, but it's difficult because he's not as safe as the Kadira. We've seen it before last season when it was still meta. On the Kadira, yeah, you can be pressured, but you can leave and exit. Whoa!
Petrify line out on Keyboy, but Kyrie is able to steal away with... Oh, actually, I think did Sutsujin take it because he got level 4. 2 red trees, and I think Sutsujin won it.
Seems like it. Oh boy.
Sun for the stun. Wings by wings.
Yeah, as I was saying there. Oh, hang on a second.
Stun over again. Breath of the Ocean dodge. Sutsujin down the back spot. Shadow kill to the back as well. Sutsujin low, but he gets away with electrifying beats. Turtle, though, will be spawning in Onic. Have prio.
More sustain, more burst heavy as well, more utility. And utility becomes the name of the game right here. Both teams not really making a lot of mistakes without it being forced on them. We'll have to wait and see though. Onic have control, but they're letting Kyrie get the orange buff first. With more playmaking tools, more stuns available in the early game here, Onic.
Ooh, Lutpi able to almost take it away, but Sutsujin still is able to take it away. Lutpi has revitalized, will be holding onto it for a while. Oh, he does it well. Wow, saving it to the very last second. That was risky. Rinse opening it up, Kyrie.
Oh no.
Petri, oh! Mistake from Kai, and a punish from Rins. The feather airstrike as Lutpi jumps in and takes the kill back. A trade over. Keyboy finding the pin down on the piss crack, but there's no damage followed up. Sutsujin able to throw them back now. Sutsujin with the retribution. Lutpi falling to the beats of Sutsujin.
And I gotta say, I do not blame Kyrie at the time. Normally you'd see Kadira in the early game. It always leaves a sliver HP for you to get away. Kyrie was willing to take that damage, but what happens? There was a burst full on.
It's a full HP Hayabusa deleted immediately. I think we weren't expecting that kind of damage either. So that's something that people are gonna have to get used to for sure. Fortunately, purple buff still taken for the side of Onic. And Rrq already showing a lot of control here. Gonna set the tone to ensure that Onic don't try and get too creative. Again, in the mid lane, Rince just has so many more avenues to look for information and go for kills, more than Sans. But look at this Feather Airstrike.
Over to Edok now. Good cancel. Kyrie picks up the kill. Back on track, 2-2.
It's a game about owning the bushes, Arashi. The first, gotta wait a minute.
1v1 on the bottom lane, Safero.
Oh,
Back in.
no!
That was risky. Keyboy's waiting in the bush top. Has the fist crack. Will try and look for a play, but Toy is so aware. No, something's being planned by Onic.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the first 2 minutes, the bushes were Onyx until Rince made that play, and now Onic is a bit reluctant to open it. Oh!
Petrify, good Purify out from Sans. Feather airstrike to stun him down. Keyboy gonna try to pin him down, but won't be able to find it. Sutsujin walking up. Oh, good face crack to cancel out the radius. Sandstorm, Sutsujin, electrifying beats. That damage gonna pile up. Kyrie lands the quad shadow. Retry on the shadow kill to the back. Good displacement to escape from the shadow kill.
Good plays by Rrq here to shut down all the aggressive attempts done by Onic. And they were doing that knowing that the neutral objective might be up soon, so Rrq might have the control. We haven't really seen the Gatot Kacha too active in the game so far, but with the next turtle coming soon, if Rrq want to contest it, we're gonna see Dyren explode onto the show.
Right now, Rince, only a kill for him, and this also kind of works like a Selena. You don't really get the gold coming in from the waves because wave clear for Kadira is pretty miserable, just like Selena. So it's gonna be hard for Rrq to catch up in gold, but also a bit of a silver lining that no matter how much gold that they're down with, they still can turn it around.
Does look like this turtle is gonna go for free to Rrq. Kyrie is still on the purple buff. He's nowhere near Sans. In the back, getting pressured by Edok. Norris pathway as well from Lutpi there. Trying to go for it. Suzuki with Russians win. Still now coming in. Able to get one kill. Edok taken down. Now Diamond able to lock them down. Petrify lock them down as well. The back Sans gonna be caught, but Lutpi falls. Now it's Savera. What is the on force with Kyrie as well, who doesn't have the quad shadow just yet. Two members falling. Rrq with a big win.
This time around, two gold laners rotating right at the perfect time, but unfortunately Toy made the difference better.
And that was the combo, man. The avatar of the Guardian there, Onic. Rrq has seen that Onic wants to go into that messy 50-50 clash, trying to get Kyrie the window to go for a steal. But that means the AOG is going to land flush on everyone, as Edok, as aggressive as ever on the Khalid. Onic might be concerned about someone else coming soon to back him up. And again, Rin's on the Kadira, man. There's two assassins on the side of Rrq.
And hold on, Arashi. I believe I saw a concealed buy coming in from Rince in the first 5 minutes. So this is interesting. This might be because he knows he's not gonna get the gold from the waves.
I mean, if that is indeed the pickup there, that's gonna be an interesting approach, because factually we've seen that Edok is the one clearing the mid lane a lot of times here. So it seems like Rince is acting as a secondary role. It's a strat we've seen before with like mid lane chos and all that. Like utility mid laners. We haven't seen it in a long time. But Sutsujin is gonna take the purple buff. They're gonna take the turret in the bot lane as well. Full control here by Rrq.
This is the game fact by GoPay. Marks Kadira's debut in MPL Indonesia Season 15 after last being used in MPL Indonesia Season 14 by Sans when they lost to Dewa. So, pretty poetic right now. He's bringing it out in the presence of Kadira God himself.
Yep. Donnie. It's definitely shaking right now as he watches this game. Rrq. Oh, D-Boy. Oh, Rince jumps in! Purify already baited out. Now he's going to dive all the way to Rince. Kyrie has a shadow kill. Won't be able to use it, and will get a killing spree, but he'll be traded for the turtle and Rrq. I think they'll be happy with that.
On a second, Onic can try to contest it.
No, that's a retreat from Sutsujin. Clean from Rrq. A trade. Meanwhile, double off flicker. Kyrie with the quad shadow. Toy going in as well. The quad shadow. Will it be enough to buy some time for Keyboy to walk up Toy? Able to read his quad shadow movements. Now with the flicker as well. AOG. Kyrie's still able to escape with the help of the revitalized. Diamond walks over the taunt. Will land on him. Signs the back though. Finds for the airstrike. And Lutpi is able to disengage to help Kyrie escape. He pops the recall. Keyboy with the pin down onto Edok. Diamond jumping back in onto Sans. Kyrie leaving to play. Quad Shadow in, the taunt used to revitalize as well. They will jump on Tyrant, and it will be a kill back. Oh, wait a minute, Red Wings! Oh, that took a bit too long, but Onic have taken, gets some waves pushed in.
That was some shades of M4 Kyrie versus Echo, man. That turned around some of the golds towards Onic and gave them some kills, even though there was a lot of resources being poured toward Tyrant, man. That is a tanky boy.
The big moment there is Toy dashing forwards to secure the kill there. Well, just too tempting, too important. Whoa, Sutsujin.
That was, whoa.
He probably doesn't know it, but he narrowly dodged a full-on burst attempt there. Whoa. Oh, hey! A familiar face.
Introduce him, Arashi.
It's Rrq, Skylar!
The Prince. Skylar watching from home. Hey, man. Want to see him play, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Raging duet from Skylar.
Renner's Apathy. Which one is your favorite?
I think the Renner's Apathy is better.
Same, exactly.
I think so too. Well, now Rrq, I guess they've already made a bit of a mistake there, but everything is still within calculations. While the chase was happening for Onic on the bottom lane, Sutsujin was pushing, was still farming as well. If you look at the gold difference between Sutsujin and Kyrie, there's like 2k gold difference. Keyboy getting boosted down.
Oh, melted down by Sutsujin's beats. Oh man, he couldn't stand a chance.
only a single silence robe. But nonetheless, that was a bit too much damage that I expected from Sutsujin.
It's way too much, especially if you stay in place and you don't force him to kind of use all the spells to get close to you. You can kind of add it to his damage potential. Rrq, too low.
Good night. What? Rrq gonna be taken down up top as well. Severo, remember Tyrant gets taunted down. Will have Kai to help him. Quad Shadow jumping back and forth. Only one Quad Shadow left earlier. Bringing Satstorm the Flicker will be able to land on Kyrie now with the Shadow Kill forced upon him. Edo will be taken out by Kai. Lord, Kiboy jumps in with the fist crack. Sutsujin still able to find it. Quad Shadow lands onto the back line. Toy will be caught in the back spot. On force over. Severo gets another. Sutsujin dancing away. Electrifying beats, finding it, but Severo gets a double. Now it's San trying to dodge, but Sutsujin gets a double as well.
Who won, Rashi? Lord for, I believe, who was for it earlier? It was for Rrq, right? And Onic actually won the team fight by a hair's breadth.
They technically won, but the Lord, can they clear it before Rrq gets in place? That's the big question here. If they can, then that can still be a value option. But right now, if Rrq can get into position and punish Onic for overextending near the Lord, that could be a terrible moment for Onic.
Uh-oh. Everybody's rotating. They can't stand here for too long. Tyrant's already cutting them in the back. Popping a taunt as well. Severo able to get the Chrono Dash. Bottom lane turret taken. Onic. Seems like this Lord won't be... Oh, in the mid lane. Never mind. No one's there. Rrq will get a tier 1 and a tier 2 down below.
They still get the pressure coming through from the empowered waves. Not the ideal Lord take, but all things considered there, it's not really bad for Rrq. Sutsujin picking up a couple more kills as well. 2k gold above Kyrie, like I was mentioning, definitely already on the massive power spike. And Kyrie hasn't really been shut down. 6-1 and 3. The problem is he's the only one that has a healthy amount of kills. Severo now has the Holy Crystal, but so far he's been pressured so much that he can't really output that damage as reliably as Toy that can just stay in the back and just keep taking pot shots at the members of Onic.
Toy is reliable, but what about Rince though? This is a tough game for him, especially in the later part of the game. It becomes a Purify Forcer. There's not gonna be much damage that Rince gonna be outputting if Onic always knows where Rince is. The win condition becomes a bit harder for Rrq from now on.
Edo can spot in the bush, I believe. Now the whole team rotates towards bottom lane. Sutsujin. Oh wow. Electrifying beats already, but the purple buff, yeah, will be taken. First pathway set. Keyboy looking for the play. Will be able to go for the pin down on Edo, but that's not the right target to go for, and they know it. They'll back away.
Bit of an aggressive showing there by Onic, trying to get something back. Not wanting to let Rrq get away unscathed at all. But yes, the fact that the Sans and Severo both are running the Purify becomes a concern. But the thing is also, now whenever Onic are trying to go for a fight, Sans can't really sit there and output the feather airstrikes, right? He has to be concerned about the potential for Rince to get past everyone and get to him. Because he might have the Purify, but if he doesn't even notice it and it gets deleted, that's a whole different story. And we've seen that before. When the Kadita players are just that quick with it, sometimes the Purify doesn't really matter. You need to be expecting it in order to be able to counter it.
Lord spawn, 13 minutes and a half has elapsed. Rince already popped the ultimate.
No
this
Purify.
is info.
Yep, no Purify on Severo. The Petrify already used earlier. Purify for Petri. Petri's on a lower cooldown, technically. Edo walks up, Harry looking for a Quad Shadow, won't be able to find it. Edo was able to body block in the back. With a pin down on Suzuki with the first crack as well. Kyrie to be caught in the back spot right now as he passes Shadow Kill, but Edo's able to heal back up. That's a double. No! Shut down! Toy was able to find it. Severo, though, gets another 2 for 2.
Still an equal game, but still retribution on Rrq's side. Onic, what do you do?
No feather airstrike for Sans. Sutsujin should be able to find it. Severo looking for the play right now, and it will be a free one. Sutsujin with a monster kill.
Very calculated, very composed. Rrq did not even hesitate to take the Lord despite Onic still healthy 3-man.
And that's crazy, man. We've seen in the past week crazy steals coming in from the mid laners against Sans. I guess he's only sitting on a Divine Glaive and a Glowing Wand. No real burst damage threat. Ooh. Now Rrq are going to try and siege, and they have the long range. And remember, the Breath of the Ocean, the knockoff from Kadira, can be used as a setup tool as well. There's just layers of things that Onic has to be mindful about right here. The Raging Sandstorm, the Avatar of the Guardian, and the Breath of the Ocean as well.
4K gold lead. Things are looking pretty darn good for Rrq right now. Oh, it's about to crash down in the bottom lane, and they're still trying to manage the wave. Currently, they're doing it quite fine, except... Okay, finally the top lane wave is pushing. This is the time for Edok. The flicker's there. No, he's not there.
Look at the AOG cut. Diamond looking for the top. Won't be able to get it in time, though. In the back, so the rough waves used. Diamond very low still. Raging Sands from the Breath of the Ocean. Sun's going to be taken down by Sun's again! Again, diving deep into enemy lines! Very low, though. That's an immortality bot already by Sun Jin. It's a chrono dash to take him down. Kyrie very low. Will be taken out by Toy. Now Savero. Can he run? Toy with a flicker forward. 4 for 4. Only a row versus the gold lane. Toy
Keyboy.
trying to go for the shot. 17 seconds on Sans. Down below, a base turret will fall. Keyboy won't be able to clear the waves, but he can surely buy time. 8 seconds on Sans. Toy looking to end the game. 5 seconds on Sans. Clock is ticking down, and Keyboy will be able to hold.
And that's a good position coming in from Toy. He knows that the danger is coming. The danger is looming around. He's just gonna take what Kyrie has right now in the blue buff.
Oh, that was a scary one, dude. I believe the idea for Rrq is that, well, let's see the replay first. Presented by the official tournament smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. It's an Avatar of the Guardian into a full-on flank where Rins was in the base and he was trying to escape with the rough waves. Afterwards, it was really, really close, man. The fact that only two members survived overall. Toy definitely made the game-saving play there to take out Savero. That was an important one. But I think the idea is to stop Onic from clearing the waves using the Farsa, right? That's a massive advantage that Onic have right there, a longer range burst mid laner. So all things considered, the gold advantage went from 4,000 down to 2.6, but they got 2 base turrets, and they got the one on the side farther away from the Lord. I think it's still worth it, but now they gotta be careful that if Onic has the item power spikes, they're only 1 or 2 items away from getting a full build at this point. So Rrq can't get away when they make some kind of mistake.
Uh-oh, Rince. Already owning the push there, but doesn't want to go for Keyboy. He knows that he's gonna be able to burst.
Yep.
Late Gibadang. This is where Kyrie shines. They did some Kai magic.
Ooh, no. Rrq not playing with magic, though. They're just playing with calculations.
Yeah, just trying to output cold, hard steel. Especially from Toy, man. He collected a ton of stacks on that Sky Piercer.
Already Quacheto! Already Quacheto! This is a kill! Oh, man!
Kyrie able to react to it. Edok, though, will be spotted out as well. But the airstrike coming down with the rough waves used by Rins.
The chess match between these two mid laners as the Lord fight is going on. Sojin goes in.
Looking for the play again. That's going to be the pin down, locking them both. Kyrie jumping with the quad shot on the shadow kill as well. But the Wintercron is right there for Sojin as he buys enough time. Savero in the back as well. Now on the Sojin, who's going to be caught in the tough spot. Savero able to get the kill. Rins very low. Savero unable to get the final shot on him. Kai, quad shadow only on Dyron. Farsa sent back to base.
They can still guard the Lord. I don't think Onic will be able to blitz this one, especially if Tyron is healthy after going back to the base. It's a 4v5. They have healthy members, but personnel is Rrq.
27 seconds. Savero on it. Mid lane gonna be cleared by the Farsa. Keyboy trying to soak as much damage as possible from Toy Setsunada. Keyboy in the back trying to go for the pin down. Will be able to go for the fist crack as well. Now Kyrie jumps in as well, but they're all missing the skills, the crucial ones. 14 seconds for Sunsujin. A further airstrike. Desperate plays being made as the mid lane gets jumped in. San's gonna be caught by the rain sandstorm now. Edok jumping on. It's gonna be Toy in the mid lane. Keyboy trying to stop it. AOJ! Tyrant stops Sans. Tyrant falls. Keyboy in the mid lane, Lupin trying to hold it down. Toy looking for the end angle now as he looks to Kite. Kyrie with the quad shadow, won't be able to land it. The Breath of the Ocean plays down Sunsujin. Back up.
Oh man, take a breath. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game we have here. That was a 4v5 by Rrq, and they still somehow made it competitive. And now Onic has the Lord. They have the siege potential in Sans in a few seconds. This is the time to strike back.
The gold advantage now, though, is in the hands of Onic, and they have this Lord that will provide them with damage reduction. Rrq, they gotta make a play happen here. If the fight goes textbook, 5v5 front to back, Onic in theory should not lose this one.
Evolve Lord. You play with it, massive
Oh.
advantage. Take a look at these two carries. Magic damage carries up top. Sutsujin will shove in the wave. Onic don't care.
But there's a wave coming up top.
Yeah, that's a big wave. And Onic don't care.
Carry sent back. Oh, it wins!
Suns unable to get the Purify in time. Not into Severo. Jumping to the back as well. The AOG. Oh no, Tyrant. He's trying to buy some time now. Severo is doing so much damage to the Lord as well. Sutsujin up top. Sutsujin up top. With the base turret taken down. Sutsujin will claim another.
Suns cancelled!
Tyrant taken down. Sutsujin looking for the play right now. The recalls happen. They're split up. They're scattered. Still on the base. Severo has the Mind Force one more time. Sutsujin, can he recall in time? Severo with the jump on toy. Severo! Again, Breath of the Ocean knocks him up. He has the Purify. Sutsujin's coming in. Can he save the game? No, he cannot! Onic, stand back up. And we have a series on our hands.
Take a bow! My goodness! That was Rrq's to lose. Sutsujin almost getting it done, but the three-man trident of Onic was able to penetrate the fort of the Kings of Kings. What a game! And we are on to the climax.
Holy moly.
Way too close for comfort right there, man. The fact that Onic were able to get that Lord, though, that definitely swung all the odds in their favor. And it was off a crucial fight right there. Unfortunately, despite all the good things that Rins was able to do in the early game, it wasn't enough towards the late game. He was really unable to find those really impactful picks onto the Kadira all the way till the final fight there. With the Lord coming through, with Salvero scaled up. And the late game Harith, it just wasn't enough, man. Onic, they have done it.
This is why I said, Sheffin, even though they won game one in a dominant fashion, remember who won game one yesterday. It's a competitive season of MPL ID. Maybe except for one or two. But oh my lord, we got a series on our hands, baby. That really looked like a Mobile Masters Grand Finals game. Like, you know, Onic Page versus Rrq, leading at the start, Rrq,
Oh man.
pushing it to late game, Onic holding, defending, and then coming back. Ooh.
So, it takes a Sky King to beat the King of Kings. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, the only team who's done it so far this season has been...
Oh,
There is a common
goodness
factor.
gracious.
yeah.
Coach Yeb is in the picture there.
Ratayeba.
I'm just saying.
Fine, I'll do it myself, Thanos man.
Oh boy.
You want to talk about the Kadira pick?
Yeah, unfortunately, like I mentioned towards the end there, I feel
Oh.
like that was the one pick that towards the end was kind of lost, right? I think Rins on the Kadira wasn't really sure, or I guess he was trying to still be a pick-off tool, but just didn't have enough of a space with the Purifiers as well to really get someone of massive value, and he was going with the same approach here, right? Always looking for Kyrie or Sans, and that's it. And the difference is that he doesn't have the same exit strategy. And again, because he was unable to secure the full-on burst, it just wasn't enough, right? So, I guess picking the Kadira against the Kadira god isn't really the wisest of ideas.
This is the thing about the Kadira, we already talked about it, right? With the Kadira, you kind of have to win mid. That's the window. The window will slowly close. He wasn't even able to get the kill on Sans in the late game when he jumped on him. Sans no Purify. Like here, yes, early game, that damage, redonkulous. But later game, it gets kind of sussy.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit more difficult. And by all means, Rins was trying to go for those assassinations, but if you want to compare him to Sans, the man that's actually in this match as well, there were so many moments where it's a pretty straightforward approach. He'll come at you with the... he just dash towards you and try and go for the full combo. Whereas when Sans plays the Kadira, he goes for weird flanks, weird angles, right? And that's something that we didn't see as often. But in the early game, dude, Rrq were just holding all the control. But towards that mid game there, like you mentioned, Mirko, Onic were able to withstand. And even when they lost 2 base towers, this looked really scary. But Onic somehow pulled it back, made it a 4-4-4 trade. And when you're down 5,000 gold, they'll take that trade any day. For 2 base turrets, maybe not ideal. But towards the end here, again, Onic were the ones who were able to actually force Rrq to make the plays happen. Rrq did not have a chance to force Onic to respect that wave in the bottom lane. And despite this big combo here, Sans was able to stay alive, output that damage. It's almost as if Rins kind of went all in there and just traded for Sans, it might have been a better situation for Rrq at that point. Because in the late game, Farsa and Kadita, I think the impact speaks for itself. And with the Lord, they had that calculation. They knew they can go for the end, and they did.
What a game indeed. 20
You
minutes.
can also say that maybe Rrq got a bit too creative, because I think there were 2 moments in this game where they were trying to go for some kind of split push end.
They had to. They couldn't have fought.
True.
The Evolve Lord 5v5 is suicide. They could have tried to stick together, but there was an angle of attack up top. It did split Onic up. They tried to gamble it. The fight around the Lord, every time Rrq makes a desperate play, there was always a reason to. Like, in the fight around the Lord, I know what you're talking about, the scattered fight when Toy tried to go mid, right? That was because Sutsujin was already taken out. The Lord was gone by that time, right? So they were like, all right, we contest the Lord, we're going to lose it. We'll try to make a play elsewhere. I think it was just a forced error by Onic. It was well played by them.
Yeah. And I think that was like the best strategy that Rrq could have pulled at any given time, right? They kind of split it up.
Yeah. Exactly. Because they sacrificed a lot of the gold lead to get those 2 base turrets. And then because Sutsujin got taken out in one of the skirmishes, they were unable to use it. That's the whole point there. It's they have factors available, but due to the movements, the outplays, whichever factor you want to, put all of that on, because of that, Rrq were really unable to use it. And at that point, the idea is that if they want to go for a full-on just fight, a full-on brawl, then hanging on to that gold lead would have been the better move. But like you mentioned, Mirko, the fact that Rins also obviously can't really farm on the Kadira, right? He didn't have the same kind of damage. So unless someone really takes in the full-on channel, the Breath of the Ocean, and both parts of the Breath of the rough waves, then they don't get taken out.
Yeah.
Early, look at that, 3 turtles for Rrq. But it doesn't matter, Onic holds on. Even though, looking at the turret,
Yeah, 9 turrets.
literally nothing.
It's all, like, I feel like for Rrq, their early game is ridiculously good. Like, they have a crazy hold on early game, but once we get to a later stage, that's when Onic really prevails. I think it's just the experience of the players, right? Having the tried and tested trio mid of Onic, who's been here for how many years?
Decades.
Since season 10. Well, that's when Kyrie joined, but Keyboy and Sans has been here for a while, for a hot while. So I think that's where the veterancy really, the experience plays a big factor late game when it's just sporadic.
Right. And there's another point to raise for Rins on a quote-unquote assassin type pick. Because for the Selena, you're taking pot shots, right? You're still far away in the back.
Exactly.
But on the Kadita, you're in the thick of it.
Everybody
Full reference.
knows.
Everybody knows. And you're still, I don't know if he's still shot calling, right? Whether they changed that. But again, if you're shot calling on a Selena, that's a whole different issue than shot calling on a Kadita. On this
It gets
Kadita,
tough.
you want to be creative. You want to spend that brain power thinking about where is your opponent's attentions, where is the vulnerabilities that you can use to go for a pickoff. And I do feel like some of the attempts and some of the targets that he goes for, you can understand why he does it. But I think if you think about it, if he thought about it a bit more, he would have gone for other things. You know, maybe use his damage to peel a bit more in a sense, rather than go in for that in the final fight, I believe, in the final Lord fight, he went for Kyrie, and Kyrie was able to dash out of it with the quad shadow. So there's moments like that where you understand getting Kyrie would have been value, but thinking about it, is the Hayabusa really gonna sit there and take it, right? So I feel like that's also another factor that could be kind of hindering the late game shot calling, because the later the game goes, more pressure, more factors, more things to set up.
And that's why the Padang first pick really gave them value, man. Because if it was any other tank, you would have at least gone like half of your HP chunk. But the Padang can always just say no, right? Any engage, no.
Ura.
Just fist crack his way out. Oh, they were, dude, that play in the mid lane, by the way, when Rrq were like going back and forth and then trying to go for the base when Sutsujin was dead. Dude, Onic were panicking. They threw everything. They were like, brother, airstrike. Keyboy flickered forward, just punched Sutsujin. No, punched Toy in the face, like, no. Dude, they were just like, take the Lord, recall, come on. Oh my, that was, whew. was super chaotic.
That
They
was
were
close.
desperate. They were really desperate at that moment.
I think it's building up to a very entertaining game 3, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
by no means, RRQ actually played a good game
They did.
in game number 2, and they still
really
lost. So we know that they are elite, at least in FPL Indonesia. Wow.
Dude, that was a funny one. When I was doing it, I almost laughed because Keyboy literally just flickered. It just came in, punched Granger, and then said, "Okay, we're good, we're good, sir."
Is that
That's a hit and run.
the Eterna method? Teori ancaman. Just go in like, what's up? What's up?
And I think Toy was visibly like confused. He's like, "What? Wait, you're not gonna? All right." He was just stunned. He's like, "What? Okay." Someone replay that clip. That was funny for me. Oh man.
What else to talk about? I mean, there's the factor that Toy, his strength, which is that he can shoot from far away, became a problem there as well. Because towards the end there, Savera was on him, dude. Every single
Harith
fight.
late game.
Where is Toy? Dude, I gotta have to find him.
Harith is the new Natan. If you get to late game, dude, this guy will win team fights. Especially with Purify, because you just can't lock him down. With Flicker, all right, you can still CC him. With Farsa, you can outrange him, but when the Farsa's on the other side, Harith gets late, that's what happens. He just shreds through everyone. And this is why previously, Harith is always a pick you go for when you see Joy, because Harith actually out-sustains and out-damages Joy in the late game.
Right.
Now the sustaining part got nerfed, the shielding has been nerfed, so not as much, but still, once you get to all item 6, it's still there. You saw it earlier.
I mean, we have a lot to talk about, but we gotta throw it to Bude Clara Mongstar first. We want you guys to see something here.
What's up?
Yuhu, Bude di sini di tengah-tengah MPL Arena ingin merasakan. Anget ya. Di Royal Derby memasuki game ketiga mungkin kita bisa lihat bahwa raja dari segala raja dan juga raja langit mereka berjuang untuk benar-benar menjadi pemenang di match kali ini. Leg kedua sama-sama ngotot, sama-sama pengen ngedapetin kemenangan apalagi poin yang penting. Tapi kalau ngomongin dari masa ke masa memang kali ini bukan lagi Royal Bestie nih. Lagi pada jadi Royal Derby yang posisinya berbeda. Tapi kalau ngomong-ngomong tentang masa ke masa, kita ngelihat dari pilihan hero mereka cukup unik. Dan sebentar lagi kita bakal ngebahas tentang satu hero yang begitu ikonik di MLBB. Nggak hanya MLBB, tapi juga MPL. Jadi di sini Bude udah ditemani oleh Wedew. Halo Kingdom.
Halo Bude.
Halo. Halo Sonic.
Halo Bude.
Halo, cari siapa nih?
Cari kemenangan.
Udah satu sama. Kalau Kingdom cari apa nih?
Cari piala baru ini mana ya? Piala barunya.
Piala, kemarin udah lihat ya, keren ya.
Mau dibawa pulang soalnya ke GH nih.
Asik. Tapi harus menang ini dulu dong.
Pasti. Insya Allah. Amin.
Ngeliat udah potensi dari keduanya. Kamu suka nggak pick-pickan di leg kedua ini? Pick-pick hero dari tim RRQ.
Sebenarnya karena ada patch baru juga sih Bude, jadi kayak lebih seru aja. Apalagi ada collabnya sama Naruto ya kan, sama anime terbaik di dunia gitu kan.
Aduh, jiwa langsung bergetar ya melihat.
Betul.
Oke, memang dari leg kedua ini memang menarik. Kalau dari kalian melihat pick-pickannya Onic di leg kedua ini khususnya udah tengkocep nih, beda nggak sih sama sebelumnya?
Sama aja sih Bude, cuman kayak eksekusinya aja lebih mantap.
Lebih mantap. Tapi, Bude penasaran, di sini ada player cowok nggak? Tunjukin ototnya dong. Kalau kata mau katanya nih.
Nggak ada Bude.
Berotot. Hah?
Nggak ada Bude.
Nggak ada.
Nggak ada.
Tapi cowok menurutmu hero yang seperti apa sih?
Hero-nya sebenarnya fleksibel sih Bude. Kalau untuk cowok itu sendiri, apalagi dari masa ke masa kan kita tahu dari season 1 sampai season sekarang juga cowok lagi laku-laku, masih laku juga. Walaupun banyak hero baru, walaupun banyak meta baru, tapi cowok tuh masih fleksibel.
Cowok fleksibel. Kalau dari Onic, kalau nama cowok muncul, apa yang kalian pikirkan?
Keyboy dong Bude.
Auto ya?
Yoi.
Langsung auto, tapi kita bakal ngebahas lebih lanjut lagi. Benar kata Kingdom dan benar kata, sama-sama benar. Tapi kalau ngebahas tentang cowok inilah dia, fakta-fakta menarik tentang hero Chow dari sepanjang perjalanan dari MPL. Inilah dia, let's go kita lihat bareng-bareng. All time MPL ID Chow. Buset, itu Keyboy nomor 2 ya?
Iya Bude.
Sesuai.
Sesuai dong.
kamu kalau ngelihat Keyboy pakai Chow, biasanya apa yang kamu teriakin?
Gila Kiboy.
Gilanya ketularan Sans berarti ini ya?
Iya.
Oke, tapi kalau melihat dari masa ke masa, tim
Iya.
Rrq dari season 1, dari Barir, dari Instinct, beda-beda role banyak banget nih yang
Iya, betul.
mainin. Kamu kalau ngelihat ini siapa nih? Ada yang paling ikonik gak sih? Atau paling berkesan buat Kingdom?
Sebenarnya yang paling benar-benar berkesan tuh cowoknya Pipin, Bude.
Season 5 ya?
Iya,
Vin?
cowoknya Pipin.
Kenapa? Kasih tahu Maul, bisik-bisik mulu kamu Maul.
Iya, tadi kata Maul juga cowoknya Pipin itu tuh ada cowok yang paling menakutkan
Kenapa tuh?
buat tim sendiri.
Oke, Vin kayaknya lagi restream nih.
Iya.
Nih ada Revan ya, Vin. Jadi Revan, menakutkan untuk timnya sendiri. Jadi season 5 itu berkesan ya?
Berkesan banget.
Oke. Pipin, ini jawabannya seru banget dari Kingdom. Kalau dari Sonic, ngelihat, berarti dari season 11, Keyboy, season 15 Keyboy juga ya? Dari Onic, sebelumnya ada lagi nggak nih? Belum ada dari...
Cuma Kiboy Bude.
Hashtag cuma Keyboy.
Yo Ibu De.
Tapi kalau dari Sonic, tahun berapa atau season berapa Keyboy itu paling bersinar dengan cownya?
Season 11 Bude.
Kenapa season 11?
Ya karena prime-nya Kiboy gitu Bude. Kita sering lihat Kiboy pakai Chow di season itu. Dan sering menang juga.
Sering menang juga. Dan menurutmu sendiri, berarti Keyboy nomor 1 untukmu kan?
Iya Bude.
Pesaing terberat Keyboy nih dari masa ke masa, masanya Keyboy. Atau boleh deh dari season 1 sampai season 15, siapa tuh?
Jelas Donkey dong Bude.
Oh, Donkey? Kenapa Donkey yang menjadi pesaing Keyboy?
Ya karena gimana ya prestasinya di atas Kiboy.
Prestasi di atas Keyboy.
Iya.
Misal Keyboy diadu sama Donkey sekarang, menang mana?
Menang San sih Bude.
Makasih. Yang diadu siapa, yang menang siapa. Tapi selain dari Vin ya,
Iya, Bude.
siapa lagi nih yang menurut kalian paling ikonik untuk Hero Chow?
Mungkin di sini nggak ada ya. Cuman kalau untuk paling ikonik biasanya R7. Cuman kalau dari leaderboard ini sebenarnya mungkin
Ada tuh.
selain R7 Bude ada yang lebih terbaru lagi. Nggak dimasukin ke sini. Di saat Albert pakai Chow jungler.
Bentar, kapan itu ya? Bentar.
Itu season berapa ya? Aku juga lupa sih. Tapi
Buset.
Albert juga pakai Chow jungler.
Itu menggebrak sekali gak sih?
Betul.
Kita biasa EXP, terus ada season 2 tuh kayaknya masih romit, masih segala macam
Iya,
kan.
betul.
Lalu roamer sekarang. Kamu suka yang unik-unik memang ya?
Iya, suka unik-unik. Apalagi Pipin terutama.
Bagi Pipin, tetap Pipin ya
Tetap
nomor 1.
Pipin, nomor 1 Pipin.
Terus R7 menjadi leaderboard, tapi kalian paling suka Chow di role apa?
Kalau untuk sekarang mungkin di ROM. Tapi kalau dulu mungkin di Demek, di XP Lane tapi Demek.
Sekarang berarti Rom, dulu XP, tergantung ininya ya?
Iya betul, tergantung.
Oke, tadi kalau katamu kenapa dari Chow bisa season ke season ini selalu di-pick loh.
Iya betul.
Berarti karena kefleksibilitasannya tadi.
Betul.
Betul, kalau itu dari Kingdom. Kalau kalian ngelihat dari season 1 sampai season 15, Chow itu terus populer. Apakah karena teriakannya atau karena wajahnya yang wah kenapa rame terus nih Chow?
Sama sih Bude, hero fleksibel jadi mau dipakai di ROM atau di HP sama-sama oke.
Sama-sama oke. Tapi paling suka apa? Di mana?
ROM sih Bude.
Rom, karena Keyboy.
Iya.
Coba dong kasih tahu ke Keyboy, boy pakai Chow dong gitu. Minta ke Keyboy.
Boy, cowok lagi nggak sih Boy?
Simple ya, gitu doang ya.
Iya Bude.
Oke, dan kalau melihat dari segi Chow, The Way of the Dragon-nya, ada nggak yang paling ikonik dari Keyboy pada saat apa? Di final kah atau di mana?
Pada saat MSC nggak sih Bude? MVP kan?
Oke, memang itu.
Iya Bude.
Dari situ Chow tertanam dan melihat hari ini Chow di match ini belum keluar berarti ya? Belum keluar. Berharap nggak kalian Chow bakal keluar?
Tergantung coach.
Tergantung coach. Berharap nggak?
Tergantung Adi.
Tergantung coach, tergantung Adi. Tapi kemenangan bergantung ke siapa nih sekarang? Lebih mengarah ke Kingdom,
Rrq dong.
ke Sonic,
Onic dong Bude.
Lemes banget sih. Coba semangatin.
Kingdom, Bude.
Suaranya kasih tepuk tangan terbesar.
Hei, Kingdom suaranya mana sih?
Menggetar. Coba suaranya.
Sonic, mana suaranya Sonic?
Keren. Dua-duanya udah sama-sama keren. Tapi kita akan melanjutkan untuk pertempuran Royal Derby. Game ketiga, game penentuan. Akankah ada balas dendam atau pembuktian? Mari kita langsung saja lemparkan kepada caster. Monggo.
Yesterday it was we're so back. Game 1, it's so over. Now we're so back. Is it gonna be it's over?
See,
In game
Sheffin,
number 3.
you actually are pretty cool at shutting down patterns that end up being true.
Uh-huh.
You said earlier after game 1, hey man, that was yesterday. That was something different, man. 1-0 start, it's gonna be 1-1.
You gotta adapt. What's the meme? Adapt, adjust, improvise?
Yeah,
It's the
adapt.
old
Improvise,
game.
adapt, overcome.
Ah.
But
That's what
there are
I'm
no
doing.
adaptations here, Sheffin. You've been like this from week 1. You gotta believe, man. And then you can conceive and achieve it, brother.
I will believe once I see it.
So, have you? Is enough?
Well, I haven't seen game number 3, so I don't know who's gonna win.
But that doesn't matter. We're already going to game 3,
Okay.
right? Wait, what was your prediction? 2-0?
2-1 for Onic.
Whoa.
Same.
Yeah, same. So why weren't you a believer in a 3-game series?
Well, it's a bit inconsequential for me. You know?
Against a what?
It's a bit inconsequential for me.
I
It's
just wanna
RRQ
say-
and Onic. They can do whatever they want as long as Kickfam wins. I'm okay.
I just want to
You
say, Navi, I want to apologize for the 0-11 count prediction. I thought it would be a mere curse, honestly. I wanted you guys to win because I don't want y'all to break my boys' record. But you guys have the best emote, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Do it, Rashi. Do the sound.
Nah. And then you have to santai, bro. Relax.
How about that one? That one.
Relax, fam. Relax.
Oh, that one is not MPL.
This isn't an MPL one, but you can use it if you want.
Ooh, sapu.
This is my favorite with this.
Hey,
These
Sunday.
are the my favorite ones. Because these are the more
Fun
competitive
ones, I
ones.
guess.
This
Yeah.
is
You
your-
call
this is
it,
your
you
team.
say competitive, right?
Uh-huh.
Competitive ones.
This is lightly competitive.
No, that's just chill. I don't think chill is competitive in any way. It's just calm down.
Relax,
This is-
fam. Relax.
Oh, this? How
This
about
one is respectful.
Really?
Oh,
Respectful.
Yeah,
But you can use it ironically, sarcastically.
That's
but it's not
probably like
as-
90% of
but
the
look at-
uses.
but
You win-
look at
you
the
win a
ump.
1v1,
But this
like-
has the ump. It's the ump, man. It's the ha, you know? It's like T-Boy when he flickered forward and Granger. Do that in your rank games, by the way. It helps. Sometimes the Granger just panics. He's just like, oh, what? And he flickers. Or sometimes you can put a shortcut and then the enemy team will recall.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
First
my
pick again.
3 games in a row.
Interesting. So they are both playing their own game. I like that. I like that. They're giving each other
No,
their
they're both
best
playing
weapon.
MLBB.
Thank you for the correction.
You're welcome.
Get it right.
Get it right. Definitely.
This is
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a hearty laugh, dude.
that is...
You have to inhale for a laugh like that.
Wait, what are they doing? Did you see the move? What was...
I don't know.
That's some ritual, man. That's a ritual for sure. What's going on here, Mr. Yeb channeling the dark arts to get a win in game 3?
And it's all the help he can get. And
Man.
the whole crew is
Look,
laughing.
even
too.
He-Boy.
Oh,
Severo.
wow.
They're all channeling the dark arts.
black
Interesting.
magic.
Someone make an edit of that. Dark arts. Onic. Meanwhile, Rrq with the good guys. They don't need dark arts. They just need the man. La mercenaria. Sutsujin.
Oh, boy.
And they need to look cute.
Excuse me, what?
They're menacing, sir. They're not cute. They're
Their
veterans.
father is cute.
They're what? What? Their father?
That's cute.
Oh my lord.
Get out, dude.
You said Yep was
Take the
Onyx's father.
headphones.
Yeah.
Take the headphones off. Get out of here, bro. What's the matter with you?
I mean, it's not wrong. Kez cute. That's true. That's true.
say it to
I
his
just-
face.
Say it
Might
to his
see him
face.
soon.
Say Kez cute is cute. Say Kez cute, you're cute.
That's good. You're pretty darn cute.
Say it to his face. All right, let's get to drafts, man.
Once again,
Let's go.
presented by Samsung Galaxy A36 5G.
Who said
Still
there
with
are no
the
shortcuts
three
in
same
life?
bands
I
earlier.
literally
Most of the chip.
invented one.
No chips for Edok. Gonna lose some weight.
Pain.
What?
By harness.
All right. Loyi, Valentina, and Fanny though, same thing. By all means, both teams have been able to actually get success. It's only about closing out the games here. So the bans, nothing really crazy has to come out through the bans. Rrq, if they go with the same strategy, on paper, in theory, they should be able to still find an early game success, but now they steal away that Harith, which means the joy option is for Onic.
I want to go for Hayabusa right away here instead of a Joy.
I agree.
What's gonna be the second one though? It went Badang before.
Yep. That can work.
Experience the euphony of
Oh, wow, they pick up the Granger early. So
I'm gonna
it's
hide their cards first.
Granger Joy then? Or is it still just going to be Granger Haya? Because I don't think you want to give the Haya over to Rrq.
Oh,
maybe
Not even both. Wow.
Give them both even. I thought Contra here. I
They're
wonder
trading
if,
drafts right now.
I wonder if Onic is thinking that Rrq are a team that only moves forward.
Lucas.
Only forwards, right?
Oh,
Lucas Matilda though. Oh boy.
Uh-oh, indeed. This is the pick that sealed BTR's fate just yesterday. Lucas Matilda.
Reporting for duty.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
whoa.
Well, I see where the vision, but
Jungle?
seems a bit too early here.
XP?
I don't think even if they went on to the second
Whoa.
phase, it would have got banned.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess it does if they went, okay, let's think about it. If they went for something else, say like a Haya, then this won't be Flex anymore, right? So I guess I haven't seen this matchup myself, Expert versus Lucas and Matilda. On paper, it does make sense. You just burn the guy, right?
Yeah.
In the anime, that's not really how you beat Naruto, but this is MLBB, not Naruto.
Right. I think Sasuke tried to burn Naruto down as well, but he doesn't really respond. It doesn't really work out that well for him. The X-Borg here, man. Interesting. Now with that in the picture, is it about winning the fights or is it about the neutral objective control? Because for the X-Borg, for the longest time, it's all about the control, right? That, along with the Gatot, along with the Granger, sets up for a very defensive composition. And now, in true Rrq fashion, Rrq are the ones who want to be aggressive, who want to move forward, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this is Onic really understanding that, okay, as long as we don't fall to Rrq, we can outmaneuver them later. And Rrq like tripling down saying, we gotta take him out.
Hey, Hayabusa fan though. I feel like
They're
Cascade
saying
kind of
no.
like, oh, this is an X-Borg.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna go to jungle, right? Wait, it's Kyrie.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
They're
wait.
saying, no, we know your tricks, yeah. We know that you want to set up for Mr. God in the jungle, man, in the jungle with an assassin. There's no way this X-Borg is going to go onto the hands of Kai.
Is it though?
Rrq. That's what they think. That's what Rrq are
Yeah.
thinking. So they're playing a safe game right now, right? Like, instead of just gambling on if it gets picked, if it's going to go jungle, they're just going to say, no, we're not going to let you go Haya. We're not going to let you go maybe another jungle bad Joy. Farsa, though. Oh. Whoa, what are they setting up for? Farsa and Eve. What pick in the mid lane? They're denying Rrq's pick, that's for sure, but what do they want to pick up for themselves against?
Valentina, for sure, is the
No, it's banned,
highest.
it's banned.
Okay,
With the
never mind.
Loyi.
Yeah, for the
Oh, how good is the Lucas against a Valier?
I feel like not super good.
The double fire combo.
It's annoying.
Double fire, but Lucas has anti-CC immune. So if the Valier shoves, you can't shove the Lucas back.
Well, not initially, but eventually you'll be able to, right?
You have enough peel because there's no peel that will go through anti-CC.
Good point.
Is this just a
If it's
Novaria
hi-
pick?
if it's
If you want to play with
high
range, Novaria seems like the better choice, right? Valier seems a bit more, gotta be in the fight, kinda.
They're either trying to limit the AoE or the wave clear. Well, that's the idea there with the Yib and Farsa. Usually you would expect a Chushin to come through with these kind of bans, but no, it's already banned out themselves. Four Suns. What, could it be?
Oh. I was gonna
That's
say
what
that it's
it
gonna
is.
be Fire Miss Matilda, but
It's the AoE.
yeah.
I think they were banking on Rrq potentially wanting to go for the glue maybe and get a winning lane. Right now they still have the option to go for the Phobius if they want to.
Lilia? Oh yeah, that's better. Never mind. It's gonna take some time, but it works. So it's gonna be a Lucas jungle, and I believe Coach Yep will shift this X-Borg towards jungle as well. Let's see.
Yeah, export jungle for Kyrie, that's definitely an odd sight to behold. If that's the case, what do you think is gonna come through for the EXP lane, man? What will Lutpi be playing?
Esmeralda this time? Looks pretty decent.
Oh, how about the Masha, bro?
I think you're cooking a bit too hard
Yeah,
there.
the Masha, I think, doesn't do well against this team. Right? They're all comped up. You jump in. Yeah, you do damage.
Too much shield, too much healing too.
What would it be, Keyboy? What will it be? What are you gonna go, you madman? Or maybe it's a jungle.
They will only make
Kai?
Lutpi?
Kai Benedetta or?
Lutpi. It's Lutpi. Season
Oh,
13. Remember
wait.
when he outplayed Luke Geek Fam
So
with the Benedetta against the Masha?
are we sure it's damaged the Benedetta?
I think it has to be, right?
Oh.
Diablo, is it your revitalized Benedetta or is it the petrified, damage, all in, let's go local Benedetta?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so it is going to be a petrified Benedetta.
Only one game away. Drafts looking as competitive as ever. With Kyrie on a fighter here. With no flicker for Toy, so many factors swirling around, but only time will tell. Only the Land of Dawn will give us the answers.
I don't think this is Sutsujin's, I believe he went Impure Rage yesterday? Is it? I don't think it was Killing Spree yesterday when he played the Lucas Jungle.
Well, you would think that with the presence of Edok and Matilda, he would go for something that gives a bit more damage. But Emblem Rashi.
Going for the focusing mark, more movement speed, potentially. And oh, look at Lutpi, man. Going with the aggressive builds right here. Sans?
Whoa.
Very aggressive. Flickers out to safety. Luckily, Kyrie's right there to help with the Benedetta. Man,
no.
Flicker burn early. Kyrie, as the last Insanity, will decide to hold out. But he did burn Rinz's Flicker, so it's a mid lane Flicker for Flicker as Kyrie helps Sans to clear out this wave in the mid lane. Sutsujin won't try to go for anything crazy.
Is that a bait? It was there for quite a while, and Kyrie shows up in ideal time to burn down both Edok and Rinz there. Definitely interesting. The lane, though, is looking very even, man. From farming alone, both teams are dead even. Now with the first neutral objective fight, with another realm and last Insanity, AOG, do Onic feel confident enough to deal with the damage and chase of our Rrq? That's the main question here in my opinion.
They're very confident. Sans already level 4. Keyboy already eyeing the situation there. A flight comes in for Sutsujin.
Trying to burn him down. Darren in the back already pinning him down. Now it's going to be Sutsujin walking up. Still winning the Rrq battle. Lutpi walking up. Sutsujin going to be taken very low. Last Insanity from Onic. First blood traded for the neutral objective.
So, who wins?
Oh, I think it's equal, technically. But the fact that Onic are dealing with a very strong early game combo, the Lucas Matilda, I feel like that kind of even-ish trade kind of favors them a bit more. By all means, Rrq does have like a slower scaling mid lane, so it's not really out of the ordinary. It's not really too surprising. But man, look at Onic immediately trying to make moves. Keyboy, knowing he's up against a Matilda, not really under too much pressure, not under a lot of danger. A fighter against a Gatot as well, you know, Keyboy is actually a lot tankier than it looks here due to that passive. And the numbers say still 70% for the audience.
The exact same. I mean, this has been a very entertaining series so far. It's building up to be one. And the XP lane, Rashi, I think this is where the difference maker is gonna be. Especially Lutpi, he can roam around the map much, much faster than Tyron. So expect a lot of rotations coming in from Lutpi himself. And I don't think Tyron can catch up.
Yeah, that was the meta way back, right? EXP lane, split pushing, dueling down. Back when the Paquitos are in the picture, the Yuzongs. It's funny how we're seeing a lot of throwbacks technically when both these teams are in here, but look at Tyron.
Oh, Sans with deep pull with the Stampede. Oh, Kai just burning him alive. Another pick for Onic.
And they were using the fact that Dyron is a bit unsure about his ability to roam, so they set up the trap in the bushes. Good, intelligent play from Onic.
Yeah, he was trying to, I don't know, like clear faster, just move around a lot earlier to compensate for the lack of movement speed. Only a handful of fights and pickoffs here. Already a 1.5k gold lead. Sans definitely doesn't seem threatened.
Whoa. With the flicker forward and the fist Rinse gets the bad impact. Keyboy jumps with the AOG, but Darren's able to escape. One member down. Sans has the passive. Will be able to come back in time. 1 second for him respawning. Savantforce coming down as well. Lupe bursts it down. High with a retreat. Oh, Sandro, who steals it and saves the day for Onic.
What was that? 2 retries, and the one that ended up having it was the Granger. This is some chaotic gameplay here from both.
I mean, when both junglers are just really good and reliable on your retributions, you start having to do some more mental math there. Predict the damage output from your friends as well. It's very much